Wolf's online.
Oh, hey,
really?
Yeah, Wolf's online. I never. Wow, I
Gee,
wonder when that happened.
wow, I'm online. I'm live and in person. This is a
Yeah.
new thing for me.
Oh my.
Oh boy, oh boy. What
Yeah,
excitement.
I wonder when this happened.
Yeah. When did this happen?
So, Wolf,
Wow, I could have
Yeah, when
missed
did
it
your
again
channel get
like
sent to you?
last time.
Oh no.
oh.
Okay. So there we
Well,
go.
I'll just retweet your sentient channel right now, and there we go.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's just a picture of your face for 2 hours.
just 2 straight hours of nothing but looking at this blank, emotionless picture.
Because
hey, it's
there's
better
no
than
no.
this.
Wait, then we start hearing. Meow. Meow.
It's a very strong possibility. There is a cat in the house.
Oh no!
Oh,
Very strong possibility it might show up. Maybe.
Then you just hear meow 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 meow
Oh
meow
my
meow meow
God,
meow
that's
meow 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 meow
Too
meow meow meow.
close. Too close. Rabbit. Too close.
Oh wait, okay. Are we live?
We are live.
All right, let's introduce ourselves.
No, I refuse. I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if some people show up. Then
Oh
we'll
wait, yo, you're the host.
Yeah,
I
that's
should
right.
listen to you.
exactly. And I like to talk, and I'm as unprofessional as hell. So you know,
It's
When it
worked for
comes to
me.
when it works for everyone here on YouTube. I think
All right.
that's why everybody joins me is because I'm as unprofessional as possible.
All right,
Yes,
Gshadow,
the
send me.
unprofessional. Join him.
Okay, Gshadow, send me a message. Okay, that is what it looks like.
But there's a very strong possibility we might not have anybody here. So it's like, what? Another impromptu talk about Gundam? Wolf, what are you doing? We want to hear more about comic books and probably bitching more about YouTube. It's like, okay, fine. Of course, it
Yeah, that's
gets old,
boring.
but the
Hey, Gundam,
audience demands that I bitch
YouTube
more.
comics, that's all temporary. Gundam is forever.
It's a
It's
very-
like Friends or Bad Headaches.
So I'm a bad headache to you then?
Sorry, I was just turning on the stream.
You may do so if you want to keep an eye on chat.
And
You
I
forget to
like the
moderate.
stream. No! Don't make me moderate. I'm horrible at it.
Are we sure we want to let Trip go on the stream? Because last couple of times he's done stuff like that, he's ended up disappearing.
Well, I'm using my phone for that, so I think we should be fine.
Okay, that should
so
that
long
should be
as it
better.
doesn't eat up all your bandwidth.
Well, it will, but that doesn't matter. I'm worried more about RAM.
And processing power.
Right.
Yeah.
Seen
And
many
if it
rounds.
does start
about that.
kicking, I'm just going to turn off my phone.
Fair enough. I mean, it's all about that random access memory.
Oh
So, yes, about Gundam Breaker 4, new Gundam Breaker.
no, we're not going to talk about that right now.
Ah,
I refuse
Oh,
to allow
that's right.
it. I will pick when we're damn good and ready to start.
In other words,
I'm the-
wait 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably.
also, G Generation Genesis is getting a port to the Switch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. That was also announced the same stream as new Gundam Breaker.
No,
But
we
we'll
just have
get-
to. If
But
it,
we'll get English subs.
Most likely there'll be an Asian release, and since Nintendo is not region locking the Switch,
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah, they'll probably bring it here too. Yeah.
Nintendo fans rejoice. You got a Gundam game to enjoy.
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
the go.
Or you
first
could buy,
time.
or you could buy the PS4 version.
But it's either going to be
Used.
one it's either going to be like LA Noir, where they're going to have you download part of it,
Yeah.
or it will be in 2 cartridges because that's what the Vita was.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was on the Vita, but who cares?
Nobody
Actually,
cares.
it
Not
came
even
in-
Sony.
It
Well-
came in 2 cartridges on the Vita.
But-
And in all fairness, though,
Hmm?
this disc don't hold as as the cartridges for the Nintendo Switch. They hold about maybe 1/4 of the size.
That's actually quite rare, just to have a handheld have 2 cartridges as opposed to
It
1.
is a lot in that game.
That is odd.
But will it be like a complete edition, or will you still have to get the DLC separate?
I wouldn't know. You'll have to.
I'm betting on DLC separate.
Well, the thing
I'm
is,
betting on DLC
G Generation Genesis, its pre-order bonus was all DLC free.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very rare occurrence. Basically, if you pre-ordered it, you got a season pass.
Of course, it's only for Pacific region. You can't really use it on your American account unless you have a Singapore account and download it from there. That's how I got the DLC for Super Robot Wars V.
But yeah, if New Gundam Breaker allows you to transfer your save data from 3, that will finally get me to finish platinuming it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically, I only need 1 trophy.
Yeah.
All of the EX moves. Is the one I'm missing.
Be nice. Well, as I feared, no one is here.
Here?
No one's here but us chickens.
Chickens? It's a good thing I'm a T-Rex. I'm a big chicken.
Yeah, very big chicken.
I eat chicken. Actually, I don't think a T-Rex would eat chicken. It's too small.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't
T-Rex
eat a
probably
much
won't even
bigger-
eat. Yeah, they probably won't even eat people because of how small they are.
Jurassic Park would like to have a word with you.
Oh, I'm not talking about fictional T-Rex. I'm talking
Not
about
Rexy.
realistically.
Rexy would eat anything. It's hungry. It was raised to eat goats, so it'd eat anything.
Yeah, I mean, if
True.
it was raised on an entire diet of goats, don't you think it might be possible that it would think of smaller prey as food?
Actually, if it was raised on an entire diet of goats, it would have starved to death.
It only ate one goat at a time. That's why it would have starved. Like, the raptor's got a whole cow. Come on.
It's like, I think you guys have it backwards. The raptor should be getting the goat, and the T-Rex should be getting like 3 or 4
The
cows
raptor
a
should be
day.
getting 4 goats a time. And
Well,
they
this
can
was
run
only,
around
what,
the
3
thing
of
and they
them?
can hunt them.
It's only 3 of them.
It was a little backwards.
Yeah, I agree with
There was
that.
a big raptor. She needed more food.
Well, that's true, but she'll just take
Oh,
all
are
the
you talking
food
about
away
Coke
from
too?
you. What?
No,
Sorry.
I meant the clever girl.
The big one? The big one would just take priority.
Killed 3 of them, and then... Well, also, I prefer the book Muldoon than the movie Muldoon. You ever read Jurassic Park?
I've read
parts of
The
it.
Lost World.
Heard of the
I
novel.
also prefer the lawyer in the book, too.
Now, it's weird.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, the novels, you're rooting for the dinosaurs to eat everyone because everyone is an a-hole.
Except the lawyer.
Yeah, I know. He's the one nice guy.
Oh,
He
I have
goes
a
to-
right side.
The lawyer
my
joins
side
Muldoon
is
the hunt.
blood-sucking.
Oh, sorry. You finish.
No, I was just doing that one line. It's like, you're all against me, and all I have on my side is blood-sucking lawyer.
Yeah.
Technically, what happened in the movie is they fused 2 characters together. The one who died like that and the lawyer.
What?
Mhm.
Are we talking like DBZ fusion here or something?
Phew.
No. They just combined 2 characters to save casting costs.
Oh, okay.
Well, in the books, the lawyer went with Muldoon to save the kids because the lawyer's a family man. He has children of his own.
So we have at least one person here. Hi, it's Roan. He's back again.
Oh.
Hey, Ron.
Back again.
Guess who's back? Tell a friend.
Well, anyway, their lawyer beat up a velociraptor with his bare hands in the
What?
book.
Mhm.
How?
Because he is that awesome. Why was he not in the movie like that?
How is he able to beat up a raptor with his bare hands?
Because he had to protect those kids.
Someone can beat up a crocodile with their bare hands.
Yes. We're super pumped about Gundam Breaker coming to the States too, Roan. That's the entire reason why this stream now is existing.
Here's the thing I thought was
Yeah,
interesting.
and now that
I'm
there's
bringing it
actually
up.
a
Come a long way.
news,
But
That trailer appeared on the American YouTube channel before the Japanese one.
that's interesting.
It appeared in the morning here on the American one and appeared about an hour ago on the Japanese one.
Could it be Bandai is
Oh.
actually giving the franchise a chance over here?
I
Could
mean,
it be a
It
possibility?
showed up a whole day before the
Too
other
much
one on the
so.
other one.
Yeah.
But it still has not appeared on the Asian one yet.
Okay. So before we get full into like what we'd like to probably see out of Gundam Breaker 4, the one thing I'd like to say is I'm going to give a disclaimer and warning. There is a very strong possibility that my computer might cop out on me. So if it does, and the stream ends abruptly for no reason without me saying goodbye, you know why. Because my computer wants to be a piece of shit.
I think it's more of a warning for technical difficulties and a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Disclaimer and a warning of technical difficulties. Whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you want to call it. It could happen. I'm just saying.
A disclaimer would be more the thing I put in front of the video when I put that video up with me and Rabbit when we kill the Agenoth, but I haven't put that up yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's more of a disclaimer.
Spoilers. But
well, we didn't kill it. The Rathios did.
But yeah, I was just wanting to give everybody a warning in case they wonder why it might abruptly end. But
true.
My fingers are crossed that it won't. So
well, first off, from my view of the trailer, I'm sorry, I'm already talking.
Yeah.
Actually, let's have Wolf go first. He's the host.
I can go first. I mean, the trailer doesn't give you very much to go off of.
It gives you
that, oh, look, it's a random skeleton of the inner workings of a Gundam model kit, like a real grade or a perfect grade, running around
or master grade.
And grabbing parts.
Yeah. That kind of could reveal to two things, actually. One, the part skeleton's now part of the main game, or two, a new mode where you have to go into multiplayer and you run around the map trying to collect parts to fight each other.
Yeah, and see who has the best parts or something like that.
Yeah, that could be a fun little thing. Yeah,
you got so much time to collect all the parts before you go for an all-out battle with each other, and you have to improvise.
Basically, from what I'm seeing in the trailer, that they basically took the same engine from Gundam Breaker 3 and repolished it, made it look even better.
Well, they are using the Unreal 4 engine,
yeah,
which the previous game did not use. So,
and I believe that engine was also used for Gundam Versus.
Yes, it was.
Did anyone notice that the inner frame they were using was from the Exia?
Yeah.
Was it the Exia?
Yes,
it had the ring things on it.
I thought it was the RX-78-2, considering that
was not.
Grabbing. No, it was Exia, or it could also possibly have been Unicorn, because Unicorn does have a very similar structure.
No, it was Exia because it had the green rings around its arms and shoulders.
Yeah. Only Double kits have something like that.
Yeah,
IBO doesn't. There aren't a whole lot of IBO kits that. Well, the IBO kits that have inner frames are those weird ones that are quote unquote 1/100 scale, but not quote unquote master grades for some reason.
Also,
but maybe now there'll be a feature where you can select your inner frame. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Rabbit.
Yeah, pretty much. If I could say one thing, from what I saw in the trailer, I'm both looking forward to it, and I'm also a little concerned because since we saw the frame walking around and picking up parts, I'm hoping that that's just the thing of, okay, when your part breaks, you now walk around as the frame to pick your part up. I'm hoping that's what it is, and not what I think it's going to be. What I think it's going to be from how it's looking is that you start out as a frame, you run around, and you pick up parts, and you go and fight after you pick up a part. Which, if that's the case, it beats the whole build your old Gundam motif that it's had for the longest time.
Yeah, let's cross our fingers and hope that's not the case.
That's what I said for one of the multiplayer modes, not the actual game itself.
Right, it's just probably a gimmick they're going to introduce just for the fun of it.
As a mode, it would work. As a main game mechanic, it would not.
No.
Oh boy, that would piss everybody off.
Yeah.
Yep. Anybody who would have been a fan of it wouldn't buy it.
Why would they? Why would they?
One stage
so drastically
to show it off.
Yeah.
Like if they do the whole Gundam Breaker 3 thing again, where it's a tournament. This stage, you have to find your parts.
You mean kind of like the challenge mode that was in Gundam Breaker 3?
Yes, but here's the thing: if your arm part's knocked off, are you still holding your weapon with the frame, or is that knocked away too?
It'd probably be knocked away as well.
Yeah, considering that if you lose an arm in the game, you normally lose the ability to use whatever weapons you're using.
But here's the question. Unlike the original past Gundam Breakers, if you lose your legs this time, do you still lose your legs?
No, I think you keep your... I get what you're saying there. But
do you fall on your back and just have to go, help me, I can't get up, I'm a turtle?
No, that was Gundam Breaker 1, 2, and 3. This one looks like your frame is actually able to walk around.
Yeah, you're probably just going to be walking around.
But if I remember right, frames do... That was just coming together. Didn't show you anything about falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is called Gundam Breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire goal and purpose is to break it. Just Bandai Namco, whatever you do, please don't Americanize this too much, please. We don't need more Gundam Versus because Gundam Versus is
Well, if they have the same
Okay.
translation department as Cyber Sleuth, we should be fine.
well. That's not really what I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with that they're gonna aim for a different market entirely. With what Rabbit recently said, has me concerned that they might aim for a different market, and it's like, please don't do that.
Yeah,
It defeats the entire purpose of the game itself.
yeah, and another thing is that long gone are the days where people would think that original Japanese animation was too cutesy. People in the West seem to be more involved with anime than people in Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the conventions we got over here. There's at least 50 within half the year.
Here's the thing, Rabbit. There's more of us than there are in Japan.
Yeah.
That is true.
Our country is bigger.
Yeah.
True.
So your statement immediately is invalid.
Well,
Maybe.
I'm just saying in general, there's more people into the type of artwork and stuff from Japan over here than there seems to be over in Japan, because Japan has been getting more inspired by the West, and over here in the West, we've been getting more inspired by Japan and the rest of the Eastern
I still
hemisphere as
say
well.
anime was inspired by DuckTales.
Insert lack of reproduction joke. What?
I'm not kidding. After World War II, DuckTale comics were left behind in Japan, and a certain person who made Tetsujin Astro Boy found it.
Yeah.
Yep, that would be Tezuka.
Yep.
He found old DuckTale comics, which he could not read, by the way, but he loved the art style.
And that gave birth to Astro Boy and the earliest known anime.
So if you want to know why anime characters have big eyes, it's because they look like DuckTale eyes.
Or at least that was the original intention behind it, anyway.
So it's all Disney.
So we have to
Don't
thank
let them
our
know that.
so we have to thank our Disney overlords for anime. No, thank you.
Well, now they own Fox, so
Let's not discuss that. I've discussed that far too much as it is. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Deadpool's delayed.
Well, gee, I wonder
Really? I
why
wonder
it couldn't
why.
possibly
Why?
be because it's a rated R superhero film that outgrossed every other rated R film ever in the history of ever.
Besides Jesus.
Which it's sort of strange because honestly, now that I've seen Deadpool, I think Logan's a better movie.
Well, Logan is a better movie, but Deadpool is a good time. It's a fun
I like the Deadpool optional ending to Logan.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that one?
Yes.
Yep, I saw it.
He couldn't even do it. He couldn't do it. Couldn't do it to him.
They should fix Domino. I agree. I've seen the pictures. I don't like that design. It's very lazy.
I haven't seen the pictures.
How do you get on the comics already?
Yep, and it's already too late. We've already derailed from Gundam to.
Back to Gundam and video games. Back to Gundam and video games.
Yes, let's get back on topic.
We'll get to
Okay,
it.
let's talk about the suits you'd like to appear in the game.
All the ones we've already received, and please, no more DLC bullshit, please.
Yeah.
Oh, you know they're going to do it because they're gonna
I
do it.
technically didn't have a problem with the Break Edition.
Well, I
No, I
mean,
mean,
I don't mind
I
Well,
that.
someone's also making $200 a month from YouTube.
I don't make that much usually. They didn't pay me last month.
Oh.
Oh,
So they're
holidays.
holding back on you.
They didn't pay me because of the holiday season.
But that's when they should pay you the most.
I know!
By the way, God Master
I get
Bill
paid around the
Strike announced
21st. That's why.
Yep.
What was that, Gshadow?
Rowan
Oh.
here said God, Gundam Master, and Gundam and Build Striker announced in verses. Yeah, I just heard Build Strike got in today.
Build Strike would be interesting. Though personally,
Interesting choice.
I already got my code so I could get God Gundam. So
Buster's not bad.
You work construction and don't make a lot, Road? Well, it's better than what I make, which is diddly, jack, and squat.
As Rabbit can tell you, the Buster is pretty broken.
it's pretty. As Trip
It's
put it one
3
time when we were
buttons.
playing. Yeah, as Trip put it one time when we were playing, it's essentially the Epion of ranged units.
But going back to new Gundam Breaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much what I would like to see is pretty much majority of the suits, of the main suits from across the anime. So I'm talking the majority of the UC Gundams. We're talking G Gundam, Wing. I doubt they're going to include the video game stuff. I mean, we've seen Blue Destiny, so there might be a chance of that.
Yeah.
I would like to see some more IBO kits now that that show's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could we get some grazes maybe? Or
I'd like to see some more Build Fighter kits, personally.
there's that too. There's a lot of Build Fighter kits that were not included.
Technically, G Gundam, the only, I think, kit that is missing is Maxter and Bolt.
What about the Spiegel?
Spiegel, was there a model kit of the Spiegel?
Yes.
Yeah, Master Grade.
Okay. Well, technically, G Savior has a model kit too, but we'll never see that in there.
No, what I meant was for the kits that were from G Gundam that weren't.
I know, but G Savior has one model kit.
Because it's a piece of shit.
Don't blame the Gundam, blame the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's a piece of shit.
But it's an enjoyable one.
But Bandai
Enjoyably
recognizes
bad.
it exists. You know how I know that?
Build fighters.
Build Fighters. It might have been cut in half and exploded, but this still proves I exist.
Which means somebody was a fan of that enough to build it as a model kit and put it in a tournament.
Well,
It
the
was
model
a-
kits
What's
are-
wrong?
It was a simulator.
Nah, it's a simulator, yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
that kit did have one thing going for it that no other kit had. It was the first kit to do this ever.
Hmm?
The chin piece was a different piece.
Yeah,
It wasn't a sticker. It was the first one.
fair enough.
Hmm.
Also, I have to say that despite the fact that the movie was enjoyably bad, G Savior's
Why
design
was
isn't
it a-
bad at all.
Oh my god, I just realized. G Savior's not in G Generation Genesis, but G Generation Genesis covers all the UC, and G Savior is in the
neither is-
UC.
Well, neither is Crossbone, F91, or Victory. All the late UC stuff, with the exception
Yeah,
of Hathaway's, with the exception of Hathaway's Flash, are not in it.
Turn A is technically in it because Turn A itself's in it.
Well, Turn A is just that's another can of worms.
Turn A is
Also,
the giant
G
middle
res-
finger to
the G
UC
thing is in
fans.
Yeah, G Self's in it because Tommy no, I guess.
Tomino?
I don't know why the G Self is there.
I really couldn't tell you.
I know why, because apparently the century where it's from comes right after the Universal Century.
Well, that's evident
Yeah.
through the show because there are still statues of old units.
Exactly. So it's tied into the Universal Century.
And there's an animation where the G Self fights a unicorn model.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's Unicorn Model 4.
I think that may be one of the reasons why I didn't like the thing. It's like, oh, so you're connected to the UC timeline. Wonderful. I'm so happy.
Why can't more shows be its own thing?
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
it was,
it technically was its own thing.
yeah,
But if they did it, like,
oddly connected to the universal timeline for some reason.
But
We're
then
still
again,
talking about-
that's the problem.
as
Yeah.
demonstrated by Intern A, they all are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, they're
I
all
was about to say,
connected to the
we're-
universal
Yep.
timeline?
everybody's connected. All Gundam shows are connected to each
It's
other.
Zelda all
Is it-
over again.
except for G Gundam
No!
and the Siege sagas. Those are all on their own thing.
Wait, did you say G Gundam?
No,
Yeah, G
that's-
Gundam is not.
Nope, G Gundam's
No,
connected.
it is part of it, actually.
Because it came
Because
Right.
Gundam, Zeta, the FP1,
Pretty much
Victory,
everything that
all
came-
these Gundams are in G Gundam as cameos.
pretty much every single show until Turn A came out is part of one constant timeline,
Mhm.
and the others that came out afterwards are debatable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I would say they're not
OC
connected
and
unless it's specifically
Age.
UC or has a connection in show
Trip,
to UC.
Trip. You cut Wolf off.
I am so sorry, Wolf.
He keeps doing that. It's what he does best.
Do I have to leave? I'll leave.
No,
You
don't
That's just
could-
maybe,
you could
maybe take a
potentially-
breath.
You could potentially mute yourself. That's an option. I'm kidding. You don't have to do that.
I feel like I'm not
Um,
wanted anymore.
No,
No one
Trip.
loves me.
Yeah.
No, Trip.
Fetch me Maurice.
Want you for your body.
Poke, poke. No, they don't.
Okay. But I don't know. When it comes to the sets that have been in the game and whatnot, it'd be nice to see all of the suits that came back. I would like it if we don't have. I think that there's a way to kind of usurp some of the kits, like some of the multiple different variations of the Zaku and the GMs. I think what they should do is they should just, stick with one kit, and then with how, we used to be able to change the parts into other parts, just give us the materials and the options to make new parts. Then that way we can make mobile suits like the GM Sniper 2 or the GM Sniper 1 or the Command or any of the other parts.
So pretty much.
Or how about give us some Bandai stuff?
That's probably never going to happen.
No, because P Bandai.
Yeah.
But pretty much
if it was to happen, they would probably charge us absorbent amounts of money through DLC.
Well, I'm looking at a few of the new model kits that were just being released.
Well, Gshadow had something to say, I think, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. Actually, you can go ahead.
Or was it Rabbit?
It was me. I was trying to say something.
Yeah, okay, well then go ahead.
But yeah, pretty much from what I got from what you were saying there, Wolf, is that you'd sort of like to have them pretty much, instead of it just being, okay, you can get this small kit, this small kit, this small kit, you want to have the extra parts that are actually available for real model kits, real Gunpla, to transform things into other units.
Well, what I kind of want is I'd like a bit more streamlined, because the problem is with so many different GM variants or Zaku variants, especially on the Zaku front, because there's like 5 or 6 different kits of that.
That's actually my biggest problem with these games. They use the same mold over and over again.
Yeah, and considering that some of them only have a few parts that differentiate them from
the main you're going
model.
to color them in anyway. Why not just have one version of that mobile suit?
Yeah. Like one version of the Zaku, and if you want to modify it to look like a different one, just like I said, give us the option.
Yeah, don't just give us a whole kit.
You don't need to give whole kits. There's no point.
Yeah, even Char's Zaku 2 was just a standard Zaku 2 painted red.
Yeah,
exactly. There's like no point. Okay,
but isn't that what Char's Zaku 2 was?
Char's Zaku 2 in the show was modified.
Yeah, it was modified to be faster, and that's it.
Yeah.
Apparently his kit has an extra effect to it or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, that was only in Gundam Breaker 2. Gundam Breaker 3, everything is just flat out, everything's the same.
Pretty much.
It depends on what stats you give it, what abilities.
Yeah.
That's not essentially true, because some suits do come with stuff that you can't get anywhere else.
Well, true, but I mean, like, for the most part, they're stats. They're stat-wise.
You're thinking of the optional parts, Trip.
No, there are stats for suit parts. Even the white rank ones have these parts that have no other abilities. That's how you know that the suit comes with it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what Wolf meant by the optional ability, like the optional skill that's built into the suit part. Because that's what you're talking about. You're talking about the skill that's there that can come with that suit part.
It's essentially the original part.
You mean the rarity system that we've had?
That's not what I was talking about.
No. No. Pretty much, Wolf, what he's talking about is different parts. Sometimes they will come with a special ability that part has, which isn't part of the rarities. Like the sub-weapon.
No, what I meant was, no matter what, this unit has this ability. It can be transferred now because of the new system, but this part will always come with this ability.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why I was also trying to say, like, it has on it, but the stats themselves, without looking at the skills, the stats themselves on all mobile suits in Gundam Breaker 3 were flat the same.
Yeah.
You had to add in those different skills.
Yeah.
And the reason why they did that is because of the arena that they built.
Right.
If it was like Gundam Breaker 1 or 2, there were suits that were incredibly busted with higher stats. And
if it was like Gundam Breaker 2, everything would be more organized because they only just have one of each part.
Well, there's that too. But at the same time,
I would save so much time in sorting.
The sort system could use some work. Yeah. Hey, Samurai Raccoon is here!
A
Hooray!
raccoon that is a samurai. Interesting.
Yo,
Yabo!
I see my pupil has arrived.
Anyway, like I was saying, what was I saying?
I don't know. You say
Um,
many things.
I do say many things.
You never stop talking.
That is also true.
It's one of your wonderful charms.
That is also true.
Or a curse, depending on who you ask.
I am monk.
Not much. Not much is going on. We're here talking about Gundam Breaker 4. That's what we're here for.
Oh, I can create some controversy here if you want me to. Let me just open this card deck right here and pull out a question card.
Nope. Okay, we're moving on.
What?
Okay.
What?
Due to World War III, the infrastructure of society has gone back to a level not seen since the 1800s. Your help is requested in forming the new government, and you can change or implement 5 laws that as you see fit. What would these laws be and why?
What? I don't know.
We are not playing Cards Against Humanity. Go
It's
away.
not Cards, it's not Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like Cards Against
one.
Humanity. I've played. What game is that, Rabbit?
Conflicted. It's there's 2 different variants. There's a board game and then there's a card game, which is sort of a scenario-based thing where people answer just verbally saying, "Oh, this is what I do." People go one at a time, and then the person who answered best and the person who drew the card size goes, "Okay, you get this card as a point."
That's Card Against Humanity.
That's it's similar.
Only actually someone's personal opinion instead of being, "Okay, I have these set cards I have to answer with."
Yeah. It's a little different, but similar. PS4, yes, Samurai Raccoon. It will be coming out for the PlayStation 4.
But SD Gundam Generation Genesis is getting a Switch port.
Yes. The SD Gundam game that came out, what was it? Last year?
Last year.
Yep, last year.
The year before last, 2016.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Okay.
Actually, doesn't it technically mean that its full release is going to be on this year, since its last release is going to be in 2018?
Pretty much.
So you could consider it a 2018 game, just like Fate Exilla could be considered a 2017 game.
But yes, it's coming for the PlayStation 4. So we're pretty excited.
I'm hoping that they'll still allow you to transfer your files up.
I highly doubt they're going to do that.
I know, but they've done it for the last 3 games, even for the Singapore version.
True, but at the same time, one thing I could see... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Wolf. Give me one second to finish my thought, and then I'll hand the mic over to you. But yeah, one thing I could see keeping it from doing any transfer data is because since it's going to be a worldwide release instead of just, Asia and Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I could see it not having the transferability because places around the world will not have the ability to get those benefits from transferring unless they did the importing process, and not many people knew to import the game, as I had a conversation with a few people on YouTube about.
Yeah, and also I was thinking of something, and now I've lost.
I'm just saying it would be nice.
Sorry.
It would be nice, but also
will it be dubbed?
Also, let's consider the fact that thanks Trip for making me lose my train of thought. Damn it!
Double team, Trip,
Okay.
high five.
If we take the Digimon games as examples, Cyber Sleuth is subbed, and its sequel is going to be subbed.
Yeah.
But New World Order, Next Order was dubbed.
Yeah.
So this is all in the air right now. We don't know if it's going to be dubbed or not.
I highly doubt it.
Well, the one thing that I was thinking that I just got my thought back, but it's the fact that I think Gshadow has been pointing it out. It's not called Gundam Breaker 4.
No, it's going to be pretty much a reboot or a remake.
Just like Gundam Versus is a reboot.
Unless it's just revealed that it's the first 2 games ported to the PS4.
I would not mind that. That would be great.
I would not. If it's in English, I wouldn't, because I can't read the first 2 games.
Well, neither could I, but
updated with all the Gundam model kits from the 3rd game, so you could transfer your stuff over.
I'm sorry, Samurai Raccoon. All you have is Robotech Battlecry and Invasion to keep you company.
I have Robotech Battlecry.
Robotech Battlecry was good, but the
you could
ending.
Never get past that one stage.
Personally, I think Invasion was a bit better, but
you know that stage where you have to protect that stupid plane?
You made him leave, Trip. You had to bring up PTSD bad memories. How dare you?
I can still hear the stupid voice. It's attacking us. Keep us safe. Where are you?
But here's the one thing I would say about Robotech. You could always import some of the Japanese Macross games. You could always try that. Granted, you won't be able to understand a damn thing, but hey, you know, there's guides somewhere.
I still haven't heard anything about an SRW export to Asia.
To Asia.
It's probably going to happen considering.
Want it be from Asia?
Oh yeah, from Asia, the English sub version. I haven't seen it on PlayAsia yet.
Oh, they're probably waiting on pre-orders because it's only been announced. I don't even think the Japanese pre-orders have gone up yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to pre-order it because of Masaki, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when they do that.
Yeah, that's always.
Why can't more pre-orders handle it just like ST Gundam Generation did? You pre-order the game, you get the free season pass and all the DLC.
Oh, that would be nice.
Well,
what I'd like.
We got to have money.
$60 is not enough anymore for these people. They need to bleed us dry further.
That's sort of true. I've seen the price of development. I can sort of understand doing a little bit of price gouging, but not to the extent it's been done. Yeah. But one thing I do think. Yeah, we're not.
Second, I have to go open my loot boxes.
I do need to do that later tonight. Actually, I do have Battlefront 2. EA is god awful. The DICE did build a solid game. I will give it that. DICE made a good game. EA screwed it up.
1 second, I'm checking PlayAsia.
But
preparing for God. Now I'm just giving myself a nightmare of loot boxes that is Gundam Breaker related. What have I done to myself? No,
that would be awful. Could you imagine? Okay, loot box. I get plastic, and RX-78 arms. I needed those.
Oh, but these are only high grade. I need master grade.
Yep. Okay. I just opened a can of worms. Let's not give
SRWX's port. Oh, that's the Vita version. Where's the PS4?
I was gonna say, let's not give Bandai Namco any ideas.
Well, here's the thing. Of all the Bandai Namco games out there, I have not seen them do loot boxes and really anything that's not a free game. Because I think Bandai Namco realizes from seeing everyone else screw up that they don't want to do that.
Probably.
All right, I was wrong. SRWX is up on PlayAsia right now for pre-order.
Huh.
Woo!
Currently, it is $62.
I really can't afford it.
Yep, neither can I.
I'm a broke college student right now.
I'll probably try it out once I finish a fee.
So, Gshadow, you had something to say?
If anyone wants it, Moon Dwellers is currently $35.
Forget I said anything because Trip just wants to continue talking.
Well, we're not. I'm just saying prices here for you guys.
I can't afford games, okay?
Oh, wait, that's not the English version. 1 second.
I'm broke. I can't afford anything.
Yeah.
Stop tormenting me with games that I will not be able to purchase.
Oh, that actually reminds me.
What?
Oh, no, I was just going to make a joke, but you finish your thought.
Well, what I was going to say is like, if it wasn't for the fact that I bought that Fire Emblem game, I'm probably not going to be able to get Monster Hunter World when I wanted to. So.
Well, you know what?
I may have to wait till February.
Well, that's not that big of a deal. That's only a month. Plus, then at that point, if you need help, I'll be ranked up to help you.
That's true.
I probably won't get it right away either.
I usually wait about a week or a month for something I really, really want.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can find it on eBay for $25. That's how I got my copy of Doom. 2016 Doom.
Yeah. Well, you find the good deals. I very rarely find good deals.
Last week I found Doom, the original, for only $700.
I wonder how much.
It's a steal at that price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it really is. But I wonder how much my copy of Doom BFG edition is worth since John Romero signed it.
Speaking of which, I don't know if I brought this up. Did either of you see the mini direct?
Yes.
From
I
Nintendo?
haven't.
Yeah, I saw
You
it.
haven't?
I
You
don't
haven't seen it
remember
yet,
anything.
Gshadow?
Nah, I haven't because I don't really look at Nintendo stuff because I don't have a Switch yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
True. I think we both know what to say here. Two things: Ys and Dark Souls Remastered.
I only own one
glorious
Dark
30
Souls game,
frames
and
per
it's actually
second.
Demon Souls.
That doesn't count. Close, but doesn't
It
count.
counts. It's the same game.
No, actually, no. Demon Souls is completely different.
Oh yeah, it is.
There's no jump system. The mana system is completely different. They've got everything is really wonky. It's more of a hub world system instead of an open world.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's really funny when you don't have magic and you try using a wand.
Yeah.
He goes, ha! And like he just kind of pulls it back, looks at it, then scratches the back of his head.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
okay, so out of the Gundam suits that have appeared in the Gundam Breaker games prior,
Yes.
which ones are we thinking that have not made appearances? Because the only ones I can really think of is some
Aegis.
of the. No, Aegis did make an appearance.
It did?
It
I thought it was
in
just
the,
Justice.
the Aegis was in the DLC.
Aegis was a
pack.
DLC pack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
why.
it does
Okay.
transform too.
Yeah. The ones I
That's
was
why I didn't know. I
was
can't afford
thinking
DLC.
some of
Yes.
the H suits are missing.
It's so strange. Aegis will transform.
True.
Yeah.
But not Zeta
Not Zeta. Or double Zeta.
or Wing.
Or Wing. Or Wing Zero.
Well, Double Zeta probably just doesn't transform because the magnets are holding the parts onto it too much here. Have you seen what happens when you try to get those off of you in Gundam Versus? You just accidentally tap the button, they just back on.
Yeah, me and Rabbit were looking at that the other night.
But
How?
I'm trying to think here.
Where did these come from?
Where these go? Where these come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Well, that was full armor double Zeta.
Yeah. Full armor is different than regular Zeta.
So, but the real question is, when is the next Dynasty Warriors Gundam coming out?
Never.
Oh, never. They're done with that shit. I hope they are at least.
I mean,
Am I the only one who appreciate the fact that that's the only amount of Gundam goodness Americans got for a long time?
oh, don't get
Yeah,
me wrong. I appreciate
Thank-
it too, considering it was
Yeah,
the
Wayne.
only Gundam games I could play.
Yeah, blame freaking Crossfire for that. That game was a piece of shit.
I own it.
Yeah.
I know it's a piece of shit.
I own
Although it did cause. I wish I had an opportunity to record it. There was at least a couple of moments of sheer hilarity that ensued due to the glitchy nature of the game.
Does anyone else miss Zoids?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
Very much
Did
so.
anyone saw those fake Gundam Beast things online? Wish that was real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They were Gundams that turned into beast-like Zoids.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be the Brave series you're talking about?
No, it was a fake thing where they. Yeah, it looked really cool, and I wish it was real.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of the suits that haven't made appearances aside from some of the Iron-Blooded Orphans and the Age suits.
A few Crossbone. Only Crossbone really there is the main guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could use more Crossbone and F91 suits because most of them are not.
Wing grunt suits.
Wing Grunts. They never had model kits, did they? Or did they?
No.
Because
I
they
thought
suck
Leo
ass.
did.
The Leo, maybe.
Because they
Oh
all
no,
suck
Leo had
ass.
Dojamashi. It had one of those rubber things.
Also, I just gotta say something, Trip. You know how we were talking about souls? Trust me, I am the souls guy amongst us. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Steelbook Edition, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Edition, Dark Souls 3 with all the DLC,
Wait, where's Bloodborne?
and Bloodborne with all the DLC.
That's not a Souls game. There's no Souls in the title. Also, I guess you're not one that knows that the Steam Workshop gave Dark Souls 2 a skin for the Crusader.
Yeah,
Too bad you're using the PS4 version.
my PC can't handle it.
Mwahaha.
Well,
We're getting back.
And
Get
anyway,
back on topic.
back on topic.
yes.
Damn it.
We are
Who's
horrible people.
You are the horrible person. I'm the one trying to get back on track.
I'm horrible. Why about Rabbit?
We keep getting topic off.
Well, I blame Rabbit slightly too.
You can always
Thank
blame
you.
me. Then again, that's because I have a thought that I want to finish, and then people have moved on to the next topic. I'm going, I didn't say it yet.
Well, I was trying to get on the topic of the
What about me?
the topic of the suits that we have yet to see. At least ones that we know have model kits out.
Gundam G Savior. Space
No.
version.
No. I think
He-
sucks.
This is Trip. He's going to keep on begging for it until he gets it.
Hey, the video game was actually pretty good. Have you
Yeah.
ever played it?
Yeah, the video game. That's not the movie.
But G Savior original was in it, then it was destroyed and replaced with the G3 Savior, which really deserved more.
And it looked better. It should have been the actual design.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
Okay.
the game was made by a Japanese group, while the movie was made by Americans. So think about that for a second.
It
Even
was
though
still-
all the voice actors reprised their role.
it was still a colossal failure. Moving on.
Moving on.
Why? Why was
Because-
it was such an opposite of what usually happens. It was a Japanese video game with English voice acting, only ever sold in Japan.
But I would like to see Hydra Gundam.
Hydra Gundam?
Hydra Gundam's good.
Where?
How about Calamity
why?
Gundam?
Oh, so basically all of the villain seed suits that we don't have.
Yes, that would
Raider,
work.
Forbidden. I think Providence. What about Providence?
Providence and Legend are in Gundam Breaker 3.
Oh wait, here's another thing. Remember you mentioned all the recolors earlier? Why the heck do we not have a torso for Tallgeese 2? We just get the head.
Yeah.
That's because the Tall Geese 2 isn't
Same with
anything
the-
different.
Well, you said the
It's
same
the
thing
same
about
people.
Char's Zaku 2.
But Tall Geese is different. You want to know what a Tall Geese is? It's a Leo with a different head. It's the only thing.
Thrusters.
Yeah, those are the only two things that are
And
different.
thrusters that will make you pass out.
Yeah. The thrusters
All right.
and the head are the only two things that are different about it.
All right. This
Because
thing
its
goes
main
from
base
0
design-
G-force-
What?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna make a joke saying, "Oh, so this thing goes from 1 G-force to 80 in half a second." All right. Well, let's see what this button.
But yeah,
Don't
That's
worry,
so
sir. We'll get you
awesome.
back in ready in no time. Checking for concussion. You'll never walk again.
but yeah,
Right as rain.
that's. I mean, most of the designs of the entire Gundam Wing universe come from the Leo itself, anyway. Even the wingsuits have the main infrastructure of a Leo built in,
The Tallgeese was the grandfather to all mobile suits in Wing.
pretty much. But yeah, a head for the Tall Geese that would be the Leo. That would be nice.
That would be nice. And then we get Tallgeese Leo version.
Well, because we got the serpents. in
Tallgeese
Breaker
TV
3.
version.
What's the difference? It's a Tall
The
Geese.
shield's on the arm and not held on by a giant plate.
I mean, you might as well. Here's how I see it. You either have the TV version of the wingsuits, or you have the endless waltz versions of the wingsuits.
I prefer TV.
Which are all horrible. They're all downgrades.
True.
Not the 1st ones. Not the first ones. They actually they all have the same weapons.
No, the endless waltz versions are all downgrades.
They're missing parts.
The upgrade, like the I can understand.
Weapons.
I mean I know the upgraded ones, but not
Yeah.
the first.
Heavy Arms
ones.
lost his knife.
Yeah.
Not the first ones. Those they're
Wing
actually
lost its
different.
transformation ability and its shield.
Yeah, but he's saying
It's-
not the first variants of the suits,
Yeah.
because we're talking about the second variants that are the custom versions that we see in Endless Waltz. That's what Gshadow is trying to say.
Yeah. Okay.
But the only one I don't like is this Depth Size redesign because it has a white head and that just looks really weird.
Oh wait, no. Oh, you're thinking of the original Endless Waltz. See, those are all the Endless Waltz versions of the first level suits. While the ones in
Yeah.
the movie are all their upgrade for. It's stupid. Oh gosh, it's stupid how they explain that. Oh no, actually, here's something funny. Gundam Breaker 3 has both versions of Endless Waltz Sandrock.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you either have the TV version or the MF. It just feels.
I would like to see TV
just feels
version of
very-
Sandrock in the game because Sandrock TV version has a gun.
It just feels very weird to have two
What
versions
happened to the gun?
of the same suit.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. I think that if there's room, considering that Gundam Wing doesn't have a whole lot of suits to pick from that have had model kits, I think it's okay, considering how many UC suits are represented in the game itself.
Yeah.
So having the different variants of the wing suits, because some people have preferences. Me personally, I don't like Wing Zero Custom from Endless Waltz at all. I prefer the original Wing Zero because, you know, it has the wings, it has the flight, it has the transformation, the shield, and personally, I just think it looks better.
It doesn't literally ground with feathers
Technically, I even prefer Zero from the stupid SD show.
Yes. Zero, the winged knight.
We don't talk about that show.
What are you talking about?
Trip will talk about that show because he's
That
the
show
auditor.
happened. It was a thing. It was the
Yeah,
first
and
time America and Japan worked together to bring a Gundam show to anyone.
Yeah, and it was terrible.
Well, then why was the second half of the show brought out? Why was the second half of the show released? Because of fan petition.
Because fans are weird, okay?
Well, we can't ever deny that.
I have to admit, the only thing I thought was bad about the show was one stupid, blinding, huge detail that did not have to be there.
Which one?
Shoo!
Oh, yeah, their version of Chris Thorndike from Sonic X.
The human boy did not have to be there. If it was just Captain Gundam, the show would have been so much better.
Like, I get it, you know, because there are several mech shows that all star a young boy.
All right. Quiz question. Who is Captain Gundam based off of?
Good, G.
One.
He's correct.
Yeah. I was probably going to say the RX.
I said who was Captain Gundam based off of? Most people say RX-78.
But no,
Yeah,
he's
that was
actually
what I
based
was
on-
going to say.
It's
But
actually based on the GPO one.
yeah.
Yep.
And the reason why I know this is because I actually read the trivia.
Yeah. Anyway, can we get back to the topic of suits
Yes.
that are not in the or
please.
not?
Yes.
Jeez.
Trip, stop getting us off track, please.
No, I was thinking of the SD show because I remember them making suits for the SD show. I was thinking of any of those suits that had the original variants with the model kits. That would be. That's what I was thinking of.
As a
Oh,
partner,
so-
as like a partner suit, like what's
The
his, what that-
official
what's his name?
version. Or
Like
is-
Lavada.
Yeah, that guy.
did the red thing and blue thing from Wing ever have model kits?
Mercurius and Bayade.
Yes.
I think so, but they are really old.
Yeah.
Yes, but so is Dragon Gundam, Rose Gundam,
Yeah.
and they both have kits in the kits in the shop in Gundam Breaker 3 are the old versions.
Or at least the box art is.
The box art is,
It
yeah.
is a video game, so they probably,
I would like to see those two show up.
Well, there's actually a reason as to why the other ones that were really old model kits showed up and those two wouldn't. Because, yeah, they did technically have a model kit. You're right. They did technically have a model kit. But the other ones still had high-grade, master-grade model kits. Those two were only released before the high-grade, master-grade were even announced. There was no grade yet.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And
Wait.
the one thing that's
G Gundam
interesting.
came before Wing.
Yeah, and the first few G Gundam model kits didn't have a grade. It was only a while later that got re-released with grade model
So
kits.
we won't see a Maxter or a Bolt Gundam.
Probably.
Not necessarily, considering we did get Rose and Dragon. It's possible.
well, that's because Dragon I think is probably a more popular design.
So is Rose, I guess.
Yeah, I would like to see the original variants of the Wing units because Nataku needs his Ultra, whatever you call it, needs his freaking backpack back.
Wait.
I would like to see more of the video game
Okay.
unit.
It's
Yeah.
the thing that looks like a dragon and has a gun on it.
Like
Oh yeah.
Mud Rock. But then again, that's pretty much going to be a reskin of the RX-78.
You could probably end up just building a Mudrock on your own.
Yeah.
Is there a model kit for Mudrock?
I don't.
I don't think. Let me see. High grade.
Yeah.
Maybe?
The high grade line does have a lot of kits. Actually, I think it did have a model kit.
Like I said earlier,
no.
I'd like to see the build fighter suits. Two suits I'd really like to see is the wing custom, whatever that thing is, the Richete.
The
Or-
Fenice? Or...
Fenice, thank you. And the Goof
Gesundheit.
R35.
Yes, Goof R35, make it happen. I want the Goof R35.
I want the Goof R35 to show up in everything because it's a goof that works in space.
I thought it was Goaf.
Goof.
It's goof.
It's a goof. At least that's how I've always pronounced it and how everybody else
It's how it was
pronounced it.
pronounced in the show too. So
Yeah, I go off the show's pronunciation.
English or Japanese dub?
both.
English?
I always thought it was pronounced Goaf.
I think in the Japanese they also call it a goof, but I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Actually, I think in Japanese only Rao calls it a goof. Everyone else calls it something else.
Probably because they weren't told, like, this is the universal canon name. Please use it.
Not to
How you
mention
pronounce it?
Rombo.
Oh,
Not to mention
I
Rubber
forgot
Rag
one that I really want to see. It has my favorite color scheme in all of. I'm sorry, I interrupted you again.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Go ahead and finish. I'm done.
Mega Shiki.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'd like the Mega Shiki.
I love its color scheme.
Well, quite honestly, the Mega Shiki is basically a Delta Plus with...
No, it's a Delta Gundam, not a Delta Plus.
It's a combination of those.
Nope.
I don't care.
I have the model kit. I have the proof.
I have the kit too, and you're right. It is the Delta Gundam. Shut up.
Oh, speaking of which, I'd like to see the Delta Gundam.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Now that we're
This is how you know we're all friends. We can tell each other shut up. We can insult each other, and we all just laugh it off.
That's true. Anyway,
Here's a feature I'd like. Different arms.
well, let's not go into features just yet. There's still suits that we have not discussed yet.
I just had a thought.
How about
Go ahead, Shadow.
how about the mobile suits that appeared in the G Generation games? Phoenix Zero, Phoenix Gundam.
Did they have kits?
No,
Then it
but you
won't
can
be in
make.
it.
Well, you can make some.
Oh,
Probably.
speaking of which let's actually look. I'm going to look up a few. They just announced some new kits
Because
this year.
I'm pretty sure they made master grades of units that never had master grades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Considering most of the G Gundams, except for Master and God, have Master
Only high
grade
grade.
versions.
Yeah.
They're all high grades. Even the remaster of the Noble.
Nobel Nobel and Shining have, I think, higher versions.
They're all
also,
hybrid. So
Also,
No.
if I can
Go
get
ahead.
this thought across, because I had a thought.
Yeah.
Now that we're going to have a frame that can actually move around, we might not get anything that's high grade. We might only get real grade and master grade.
That would just limit us really much.
Yeah, but it's a reboot, so who knows what they're going to do with it?
yeah,
Okay. Is this a
It's
kit
true.
or a model or an action figure?
it depends. Does the box say high grade or scale on it?
It's
what
the
box is
RX 78-1.
RX 78-1?
I'm pretty sure that's
the one with the black color scheme.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I think that's probably a action figure.
Damashi?
Figure. Yeah, Damashi.
Okay, Master Grade Goof Custom.
Yeah, that's existed for quite some time.
No, it's coming out January 16th, 2018 is the
No,
news when it
they're-
came out.
So they're making it 2.0.
They're making these are new kits that were this is like a Gundam kit collection website that has like all the
wait.
kits that are being announced and stuff.
Maybe the Goof Custom wasn't master graded. I don't
Gunpla
know.
lineup for January 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the Ekzaku Kilhia's Forces from Gundam Origin.
Serious
Okay.
forces.
Probably
Oh,
end up-
Gundam Origin kits would be nice. They're very detailed.
There'd
Yeah.
probably be more of them.
Yeah.
The Striker GNX from the Battle Log has a
Oh,
weird
what about-
head.
Okay.
What about the ones from 81?
Ooh.
I have never seen this. This is a new kit. The
008.
Gian Krieger.
What are you talking about, Gshadow?
I want the one from 081, like the 7th Gundam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those.
Got the new head sculpt.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like I was saying, some of the age suits are missing. I'd like to see some of them,
Age
like
1, Age 2.
Well, I'd like to see. Well, we do have the Age 1, but the only Age 1 we have is the Titus. I'd like some of his other variants, like the
Gundam Legilis.
What?
Gundam Legilis. That the one with the Gundam color scheme.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
The A to Z Gundam.
I was trying to think, like the Sparrow version with like the twin daggers and looks like a ninja.
One.
Yeah, that would be nice. Standard Age 1 would be nice.
It's P Bandai.
What else? It was
Double
like,
bullet.
well, they had the double bullet and
that's right.
the Age 2 because they were the most popular suits and kits. I was trying to think.
You're right. What are you laughing about?
Oh, I just saw something they could do because there technically are model kits of this. They could make model kits of the Gundam girls in there. Just for laughs.
I said that'd be stupid.
Just for laughs.
Oh,
God. Boy.
It's bad enough that we have the SD Gundams.
Oh, we have Noble Gundam.
Ooh, playable SD Gundams. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be something.
Oh, that would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
They could add in the SD Gundam Force characters then.
I would like to be able to have a winning Gundam and transform into a regular mobile suit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if you're an SD Gundam, everything's the size of a perfect grade, and when a perfect grade appears, you just go.
Also, did you ever notice in Gundam Breaker 3 that we did not get a winning Gundam in that game?
Yes, we noticed.
Yeah, because I think Build Fighters Trial was the newest one at the time. Oh no, that was 2014. Game came out in 2016.
I was thinking of like the G Bouncer. And
G Bouncer.
Oh yeah,
from
that's the
Age.
Yakushiki looking one.
Yeah, the Hakushiki looking one, and the one before that one.
You know what I want?
Oh, that thing.
All of the grunt suits for Gundam Age would be nice.
The G.
I forgot what they're called.
Yadel.
Some of the vegan mobile suits would be nice to have, aside from the standard variant.
Zadra, Vagrant.
I just looked up cool model.
Yeah.
What, Trip?
I just looked up cool model kits.
That's gonna probably give you a wide variety of things.
Yeah, I will say though, the one thing I want them to do most of all right now, because it's been bugging me since Gundam Breaker 3 came out, and what they even said in Gundam Breaker 2, actually, they even have it listed as that in English for a few moments. Get Avalon's name right. It's not Avaron, it's Avalon. It bugs the crap out of me because it's a mistranslation.
This might be a weird part that I want to show up, but you'll probably all question me.
Messed that up.
Yeah.
Okay, what was that, Gshadow? I could not hear you at all.
I'm
Even
sorry.
The Gundam Wiki messed that up because it's called Avaron in there.
Yeah, it's a mistranslation then of some sort. Because I think they were probably trying to say Avalon, but they just pronounced it a different way, so everyone just took it that way.
Well, I don't like to see that thing.
Okay. I want Stargazer's gun.
Yes.
Its gun is not in the game. It has a gun.
Well, it's not a combat suit.
It has a gun.
Yeah, but the gun's probably useless.
It has a gun.
Just like the suit itself isn't very useful.
Dude,
I
when
mean,
you do strafe builds like I did, it has a gun.
I mean,
I've done punching
you
things.
know that
with
one of the characters from Build Fighters.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
What were you saying, Gshadow?
I do know that one of the characters from Build Fighters Tribe will use the Stargazer.
Yeah, that's true.
Forever Gundam.
Oh, that's right. All the from the first one, from the first OVA.
Yeah, that would be nice. Here's a Gundam I'd want to see. I don't remember its name. It was from a manga that was part of the G Gundam franchise. The one that's piloted by a kangaroo.
1 second. Gundam
Oh, yeah.
Australia Gundam. G Gundam.
I don't think it's Australia. I don't know if it's Australia Gundam, but it was piloted by a kangaroo.
It's actually legit piloted by. Oh my
Oh,
god!
I found it. It is Gundam Australia.
Okay.
You're right. It's Jumping Gundam.
Yes.
It
Wait,
has
that's what it's
boxing
called?
gloves.
That's what it's called. Oh my god! I love you.
It won a fight.
Yes. Yes.
Of course it is.
It fought Gundam Crocodile.
I want both of them in it.
They both look like jumping Gundams.
Oh, what was the
Know what
other
Gundam needs to appear in Gundam Build Fighters? The Windmill.
No,
Yes.
no.
one? Please no.
That
Or
thing was so useless and bad.
Well,
what? It
that
can
way at
throw
least-
its windmill.
It
Yeah.
transformed into one to avoid most of the fight.
Oh, hey, whenever you tell it to blow you, it can just go.
Like the only attack it has doesn't do shit.
Maybe they can make it so it charges forward with the windmill blade and cuts things up.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of good G Gundam built mobile
G
suits.
Gundam models.
Yeah.
I'm going to type that in, see if we get anything.
Well, I mean, ones that there weren't necessarily even models for, I'd like to see like the one that the assassin guy used. I can't remember what it was called, but had the pretty much jar for a base, then long bald body up with a slinky arm, stuff like that. That was a pretty cool unit.
Model kits.
And if the Big O can pass, then that can certainly pass.
Well, we got Devil Gundam.
Like the Big O is just the O.
Yo. Oh,
You know what would be a weird one to have show up?
Wait. I just have a thought.
Yeah.
Titania, the fifth mobile suit created by Scirocco.
Yeah? Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
it called?
I think it was either called Titania or something else. Yeah, Titania.
Yeah. Search up Titania or search up something else Gundam, one of the two.
I get Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, Titania from Radiant Dawn.
Titania from Gundam.
Oh, this thing. I know this thing. It's in SD Gundam.
Yep. Doesn't have a model kit, but hey, might be something cool to put in the game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's Devil Gundam.
Yeah. But I don't think anyone's ever going to get to have the parts of that thing to build.
Okay, here's the thing. Rising Gundam is a kit.
There you go.
No, it's in the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's in the game. What's stopping anything else?
so speaking of Devil Gundam, though, that's sort of what I want as a boss. Not Devil Gundam, but Dark Colony. I want to fight Dark Colony as a boss in the Gundam Breaker game.
I don't know how they're gonna accomplish that. What?
Okay.
Didn't they already do that? I think they did that.
Not really. You were still just fighting the Devil Gundam inside the
Okay.
center thing. I want the thing where you're actually fighting the entire Dark Colony like you did in one of the Gundam Versus games on PSP.
Hmm.
Okay, I just checked something.
Yeah.
The box art for the Gundam Breaker 3 G Gundam kits and Gundam Breaker 3 are the pre-high grade kits.
Hmm.
They actually do have a high grade box art, but it's ugly as crap.
Oh, they're no grades.
Yeah, that's probably why he's the pre-one then.
That's what they're called. They're no grades.
Yeah.
Know what Gundam I'd like to see just because it looks so stupid? The Gaion from the G Self series.
Hmm.
The unit with the giant hands on its back.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's so stupid.
We've seen dumber stuff. We saw a hat pack.
Or the hat pack. Or maybe the Gundam G Lucifer because of the name.
Maybe.
How about the other Double O movie guns besides Double O Quanta?
That
That'd
would
be
be good.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice to see everybody else be represented.
But how would the Raphael work?
Yeah. It'd be nice to see, it really would be nice to see something other than the Quanti.
Would that whole unit be attacked to its head
could
or
probably
a
just be-
backpack?
It would just probably be a backpack and a really stupid looking one.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's actually true there.
I'm sorry, it's a hat pack. That's what it is. It's a hat pack.
It's just a model kit on his head.
That's why I think Raphael's the weakest looking mobile suit out of them all in the movie. But anyway,
Yeah.
Okay, Gundam model box art. I'm doing this to try to find model kits that I know that weren't in the game.
but it's just really great to see Bandai finally pulling out Gundam games again after all these years. Like ever since Gundam Crossfire was such a colossal failure, they were just like, all right.
Well, that's because it was released too soon. We all know the mechanics were there; they just weren't tweaked properly.
No.
Well, no, Bandai got into this habit of basically hiring new developers right out of developing college, paying them, then never hiring them again.
That's the problem. When it comes to games, if you're going to make a good game, you really need experienced people.
Well, I know that's certainly one case, but Crossfire, or Target Inside, is also known. The whole reason that one didn't get as much time as was wanted by the team is because it was a launch title.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like when it comes to launch titles, are usually the weakest. Most usually, I mean, PS had a great launch title, but that's besides the case. Gundam Crossfire is just a waste of potential, and the sole reason why we wouldn't get a Gundam game here. Like I know the Dynasty Warrior games exist, but I don't really count them as like actual Gundam games. They're just Dynasty Warrior games with a Gundam skin, and that's about it.
Yeah, fair enough. Though we can't deny that Crossfire did spawn a very good and well-made spiritual successor.
Yeah, but even then, that still had the same problems as Crossfire did. The frame rate was still pretty bad. The controls were
I really do want to tell you guys about one of my greatest moments in Crossfire.
You do?
I had both of my arms blown off. And
Did you kick an enemy to death? Because I did that too.
I had to... No, this is it. I'm not done telling my story, Wolf.
Okay.
Well, I fought 6 guys with just my feet. But then the last enemy was a helicopter. And I was in the gym ground type.
Oh.
Do you know what the problem with that is?
No Vulcans.
No Vulcans. Okay. No! I'm not dying here! I'm succeeding in this mission! The helicopter flew over the base. I'm like, no, it's all... And then it exploded. I looked over, and there's a gun tank sitting there. You are now my best friend. It wasn't one of my help that came with me. They both died. It was the guy who was supposed to be there guarding the base the whole time.
Yeah, Gundam Crossfire is a terrible game. I do not recommend it.
It was so great. It was a great moment. I loved that moment.
I think it's fun to give it if you have like maybe about $5, considering like you can buy it online for like dirt cheap. If you got like maybe $5 or $6 to spare and you want to maybe laugh at really stupid mechanics and game design,
the game is still being sold brand new as $50. Who want to pay that much for this piece of shit?
Really?
No one.
I bought mine used for like under $6.
Yeah, that's all I say. Who would buy this brand new? This is a piece of shit. But anyway, getting back on topic.
Oh, how about the Silver Bullet?
Silver Bullet would be fine.
That would be good.
How about the mass-produced versions of the Zeta and Double Zeta?
So the Rezels?
No, there's like
the mass-produced versions. They're orange.
They're actually a thing.
Wait, didn't they already have that though?
Oh, we're talking about like the ones from the G generation games.
Oh,
like I'll show you a picture of it later. It's really interesting.
I was actually picking actual model kits.
Well, because I was remembering that the A1 Zeta is available.
At this point, you can throw it in anything because quite frankly, I mean, they did.
There really isn't anything holding them back except for
it's a video game. So it's a video game, so we can.
I'd like to see the Ifrit make an appearance.
Oh yeah,
I like the Ifrit.
That's the game. That's the video game version of the GUF that they like to use.
Yep, the Ifrit would be nice.
I just saw something. They actually did. There actually is a Gunpla. I repeat, a Gunpla model kit. So it is technically in the Gundam lineup of Darth Vader. Tell me you would not want to see that.
All right, we'll all ignore Rabbit for a minute as he talks lunacy.
Would it be cool to see Darth Vader in a Gundam game?
Yeah,
potentially, but that would cause a lot of licensing issues. I'm very sure.
And then Disney now owns Bandai because of that. Thanks a lot, Rabbit.
Don't give Disney any more ideas, Rabbit.
Don't
liquidate Bandai.
Come over and
how about the Quinn Mansa?
I mean, to be honest, Disney's
It
already
does
has.
have a high grade kit.
Yeah, that's true. It does.
I was just gonna say Disney already has its eyes set on Sony right now. They're trying to purchase Sony so they can get full rights of Spider-Man back for Marvel.
I don't think that they'll be allowed to do that.
Well, Sony is trouble.
Well, I know Sony is in trouble. Don't get me wrong. I understand that, but there are laws in place to prevent companies from becoming monopolies. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but there are laws in place that can prevent Disney from doing it.
Yeah, I also have to say,
because then the only competition Disney would have is Universal, and it's not like Universal is doing any better.
True. Well, Universal and Disney have always been head-to-head. Sony has sort of just been the middleman, but there's also Warner Brothers who would be going up against Disney.
Well, yeah, sorry, I forgot Warner Brothers. Yeah.
So yeah, it wouldn't be a monopoly yet. Pretty much as long as there's two competitors, they'd be
getting way too close, and they'd have way too many resources because they already own everything. Me, but Rabbit's the one who helped bring it up. So
well, I had something I was going to say that was related to Disney. Disney. If Disney buys Sony, then they'll have control of the PlayStation and everything, which. As bad as that may sound, it's probably better customer support than what Sony gives us right now.
Probably.
Sorry, you've turned all your nasty video games family friendly.
I am not family friendly. I refuse.
And that's when everyone moves over to Xbox or PC.
Did we forget the Switch?
Well, if you can find one.
There's one right next to me.
I was hoping that a Switch would magically appear next to me, but it didn't.
I'm sorry. I got lucky.
Well, I think that one of my
my love, anger, and my sorrow. I will kill you with my shining finger sword right here.
Oh, you know my favorite.
Well, it's not family friendly anymore.
You know what my favorite kits from Build Fighters was?
What?
One of my favorite kits from Build Fighters, even though it didn't really last that long.
What's that?
Miss Sazabi.
Oh, that's the one that did the Gunbuster pose.
Yeah. That's a nice one.
Also, I didn't know this was supposed to be family friendly. Well, I guess censor mode is off, so
Oh, that's very rude of you, Rabbit.
That's okay. Most of these streams end up going off the rails anyway. I've had far more vulgar people on these streams.
Oh,
before. Believe you me.
Worse than the time you and me talked about when I just kept typing in, mentioning about falling in boobs.
Yes.
For anime characters.
It was far worse than that.
All right.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? I had weaponized nerd rage here. Raccoon would know this. Raccoon and Roan know very well. It's weaponized nerd rage and England team. So yeah, things can get a little out of hand when they're here.
Yeah, because there's some words I will never touch, and they will.
Yes, I love you guys. Don't hate me.
But let's go over what they could probably do for the gameplay mechanics.
Yeah,
that'd
that would
be a
be
good idea.
That's a good idea. Let's move on to that. Of course, the chat can tell us if there were any suits that we didn't mention that they think should be in the game. They're welcome to do that. So.
Oh, Zaku won.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like a Zaku one. Anyway.
But what should they go ahead and improve on?
Well, I think they should do something that Nier Automata did. Or Automata, how it's pronounced.
Automata, or whatever.
Automatopia?
Yeah.
Gundam Delta Kai.
They should have a dedicated fan service button.
Dedicated.
There is one in that game. You push something, the entire outfit explodes except for the one piece swimsuit type thing underneath.
So what? You want a dedicated self-destruct button? We already have that.
Do you want that to happen to the Nobel Gundam or something?
Shut up.
Rabbit, do we need to stage an intervention?
I'll grab the popcorn.
I don't know how that's going to help.
Well, no, I need the popcorn to get through it myself.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard my name mentioned. Your name was mentioned, Samurai. It was indeed. I was just pointing out that I've had far worse people on streams before, or at least when it comes to vulgarity and naughty.
The one thing I liked about the Dynasty Warrior games is that they made the Musha Gundam and Double Musha Gundam and Night Gundam really big.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a suit that we didn't mention. Could we get Night Gundam in the game?
Model kit. It's a resin kit.
I know there's no model kit, but please, if you give it to me, I will be very happy.
I mean, there is the SD version, but we're talking about like the real one.
Yeah.
Or even having Robota as an SD version turning into the Centaur mode. That would be nice.
That would work too. Or I don't know.
Or how about having a feature where if you have all the same parts of the same kit, that would allow it to transform. The kit could transform.
That would be nice.
If it has the ability to transform, at least.
I mean, if you had all the corresponding parts together, the thing could transform.
That's an option. Maybe.
Yeah, one thing.
How about actual lock-on when it comes to your range attacks?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I never noticed a problem, but I guess I'm just stupid.
Like when you're in zooming mode.
Yeah, in zoom mode we don't have a lock-on feature.
It's just because manually controlling it well in that mode is awkward because it's so fast, because all the mobile suits are so fast.
Yeah. I think it's just better to just stick with regular, normal, standard lock-on procedure. I normally very rarely turn on manual.
But it's still as an option if you're a fan of sniping.
Yeah, it would be nice if it was just tweaked to the point where it would be.
I would like to see the High Mach show up.
I don't even remember what the High Mach is.
It was the Gundam Build Fighters cheap suit. It only cost 300 yen.
Oh, that's the vote on.
Oh.
Is it 300 yen? It's very cheap.
Yeah. I think I remember it now. I
think it's supposed to be like that toy you put together so you could have your good model kits beat the crap out of it and not worry about getting destroyed.
Pretty much. Considering that's all that the Hymox do in the show is get destroyed.
They're dummies. That's what they're.
Yeah, that's the point. Anyway, what other features could they implement in the game that could make it better?
Different arms.
Is that really a feature, or is that just a customizable option?
No, you could have two different arms from different model kits.
Well, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would like that. That would be a nice little...
I mean, what if one arm has a different option part than the other arm?
I would like it if I could maybe customize my Zaku's further, and instead of having one shield arm and one spike arm, I could have two spike shoulder pads or two shoulder shields.
Yeah,
but you can't have that. Zaku's can't be symmetrical.
Yeah, have different shoulders. There you go.
Yeah. I'd like the option to change shoulder pads. Not just arms.
Goal.
I just want the option to change shoulder pads.
And make the legs separate, and as opposed to being part of the bottom part of the torso.
That'd be nice too, so that we could have like a midsection and leg parts, so we could tweak around with it more.
Yeah,
I would like that.
Now, call me. You can call me stupid for this.
I'll call you stupid for this.
All right, because let's face it, I am an idiot. But
as long as you know,
I mean, one thing I would actually like to have in it is. One, I'd like the guns to actually matter more because the guns seem very pointless at this point.
Yeah, the melee is just a lot stronger.
They do. I use the atomic bazooka. I point and shoot, and everything dies.
Okay, the guns other than the atomic bazooka.
Yeah, a lot of the guns are kind of limited. I mean, I've built suits that have really good range weapons, far more so than melee.
They're fun to spam, especially when you're low on health and want to get away from the enemy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it would be nice if they had a bit more
usefulness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, range weapons in this game are better than range weapons in Dynasty Warrior Gundam because those are completely useless.
That was pointless.
Agreed.
No, they were good for combos.
Yeah, that's about all they're good for is combos.
Yeah, but another thing
I use them normally. They don't do much.
But another thing I'd like to see them do is I'd like them, even though it'd make it harder on us, I want them to bring out the ability to go out of bounds and fall into pits like they had in Gundam Breaker 2. Because then you actually have to pay attention to your surroundings instead of going, oh, there's just an invisible wall there. I don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
I want the world to feel alive for me.
Yeah. Question, do we want new type mode back?
Yes.
I knew he would say that.
Isn't that in Gundam Breaker 3?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
all of
insanely impossible difficulty.
Yeah, basically in all of the Gundam Breaker games, they've had virtually impossible missions or difficulty modes that make the game 5 times
Oh, I
harder.
cleared that.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this. Gundam Breaker 1 is far harder.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you
anyway,
cannot complete the final mission by yourself.
You guys keep ragging on Dynasty Warriors Gundam. Do I have to tell you about the greatest moment from that game?
You can if you want to.
I was playing as the O,
Okay.
and I was fighting Musha Gundam.
Yeah.
I was on red health and going to die. So all I was doing the thing like in Dynasty Warriors Gundam 1, when you are on red health, you start charging your SP gauge as you run away.
Yeah.
And that's what I was doing. Then I saw Hero and Judo and Camille all coming to... Not Camille, Rue. All coming to save me. And I went, all right, guys, let's get him. As soon as I said that, I was in my own protection field, by the way. And you know in Dynasty Warriors Gundam, when you have a protection field, you have a bunch of goons lying around doing nothing. And like even if there's a boss right next to them, they don't do anything. Every single one of the GMs there turned towards the Musha Gundam. As soon as I said that. And just steamrolled him. He was in the air being juggled. I'm going, what the heck? And he died by GM. I went, whoa! I wish I was recording that because that was so amazing.
Also, Trip just gave me an idea.
Wait,
because
hold on a minute. Weren't the gyms the frickin' servants to the Musha Gundam?
GM.
Whatever.
Yeah.
GM, whatever.
Well, no, it was in Dynasty Warriors Gundam, the Gundam that was on my side in the fields were the gyms. Or if the gym was the servant to the Musha, we no longer serve you.
Anyway, Rabbit had something to say.
But yeah, one thing I was thinking is for another Gundam Breaker or just another Gundam game in general, one thing I would like to see is Gundam Versus has sort of that sorry, my brain's trying to think of the right words. Gundam Versus has the ability to have that sense of danger there for you to where you have to play smart. Gundam Breaker makes it to where you can go and do really awesome, stuff like that. You can go and build your own Gundam, just smack things around, hit them hard. Yes. But one thing that both of them lack is the massive scale that the Dynasty Warrior the Gundam Musou games did, which is, being able to have a giant open map with debris in between that serve as your sort of points to go between, while a whole horde or a whole army of mobile suits is there, like it would have been in the show. I'd like to see that entire whole horde of mobile suits and map system, but done with a Gundam Breaker style gameplay and having a little bit of elements from Gundam Versus to where you still have to be cautious and not just be bullhead and run in, where you try to fight smart.
Here's the thing. Gundam Versus is basically a fighting game, so of course you have to be smart because the other player is bound to be smarter than you.
It better not have the two-button press jump thing.
It's really hard to compare a game like that to something that doesn't require as much focus from the player.
I would like what Rabbit was saying about maps. I would definitely like more variety of maps, please.
Oh, yes.
Because we end up with so few maps. I think each game has ended up with considerably less maps each time they make a new game.
That we were excited in the DLC when we got the freaking
old
maps.
Table. We got the old maps. I'm like, well, yeah, I want to see the old maps. I want to see the roulette table. I want to see the
model kit table.
The model kit table, the Jabro base, and all these other little hints and nods, but I just want to make sure that we have enough different maps so that I don't feel like I'm going through the same map
I had this weird feeling when playing through that game.
Yeah.
I just when I was fighting around with the main character's dad, with your friend's dad.
Yeah.
I had a feeling, is he the main character from the first Gundam Breaker?
I think he is. From what I've seen,
Because he's talking about how they all played in these maps years ago.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he either is the former champion, or he's one of the former champion's friends that existed before.
Like I was thinking, like, is this like going full circle here?
It could be. That could be what they were hinting at. Also, could we get more variety of music, please?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because
How
that's a
about
big problem in
actual-
Gundam Breaker 3.
How about actual opening themes? Not
Yeah.
just BGM from the show.
No opening themes.
Yeah, the opening theme one, that would probably just kill everybody's YouTube channels when we tried to play it.
No opening theme. YouTubers don't like that.
Yeah, because
You can always dub it over. You can always dub it over with different music though.
yeah.
Well,
Or maybe-
technically, I've never really had a problem with the music, but everyone keeps telling me to turn the music down. I never had an issue.
Maybe it's because I don't monetize my stuff, so that's probably why I'm
Yeah.
looking back on it.
Well, also I've had
Once you
issues.
claim it.
Yeah, I've had issues with things before, like whenever I did Gundam Seed Never Ending Tomorrow for my channel, I've had to fight a copyright claim on the first one, which is story mode, twice.
Here's the weird thing: that game has no Gundam music. It just had a bunch of stock music from Encounters in Space.
Another issue is like Rabbit.
The animation.
Rabbit probably knows this issue. Digimon World Next Order, the intro song is copyrighted.
Yep.
Where you cannot show your video at all.
Mm-hmm.
It will be blocked in all countries.
Yep.
I think that's the only real issue with that game, though. But that theme song does that.
Yeah. Same goes with Fate Extella, the Umbral Star. That's it. I actually had to re-upload the first episode because I left in the intro that was part of the story mode the first time through, and I had to go back and go cut. All right, put a thing here saying, yeah, for some reason it gets copyright claimed for this part, but you can still find this part on YouTube elsewhere where it's not claimed. So have at it.
It's like, here's a link to someone else who uploaded the same thing, but for some reason they could still keep it up.
Yeah,
Well, please come back and watch my video.
exactly.
And then come back and watch this video because all they're going to show you is the opening.
Also, so Rabbit, you wanted to talk about Pokemon.
I did.
Wait,
All
since
the way
when?
before we started the stream.
Right.
2018 Switch Pokemon.
Right. Yes. Thank you.
Since Pokemon will no longer be made for the 3DS, and it'll.
Are we done talking about Gundam Breaker? Is that what's happening right now?
Is there anything else we can add?
Not really. Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't even think of anything else to say about what could possibly be in the new Gundam Breaker that they don't have already.
I want fluffy dice accessories.
Cockpit view.
Cockpit view.
Oh my god!
Wouldn't that just be outside the eyes?
Yeah, we'd be looking at the character avatar just pressing the buttons.
Anime crossover, not just Gundam anymore. Now we throw in Evangelion. Oh no!
Okay. Okay, then if other people want to talk about Pokemon, I guess we could talk about Pokemon.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I think most of Gundam Breaker stuff that... I mean, we don't have any other information to go on other than...
What
it's
pre-order
coming out
bonus
in
would you like to come
2019.
with this game?
What?
What pre-order bonus would you like to have with Gundam Breaker 4?
Gundam Versus had that.
I'd prefer not to have pre-order bonus. Just
I
give me
prefer
the
one like
game in its
SD Gundam G
entirety.
Generation Genesis pre-order bonus. That was a nice one.
Wait, no. Let me rephrase this. I want Gundam Breaker 2 style DLC. That's what I want. If you're gonna do DLC, give it to us for free. I paid $60 for the game. I want all access to all suits. I know this will not happen. I know that it's bullshit, but that's what I want.
If they had to do it, I'd say give me the one that's from SD Gundam G Genesis, where it just gives you all DLC free over time. It just gives you a season pass for pre-ordering.
How much more did that cost you?
Nothing.
Oh.
I just pre-ordered it.
Oh. Well, if they do that, then I'll be okay with it.
Huh?
It'll give me incentive to pre-order the game.
This guy's like, it just gives you all DLC free.
Yeah.
Personally, I think the way they should go about the DLC stuff is don't really make a pre-order bonus. Make it to where it's a buy new bonus, where if you buy the game new, you automatically get the pass for the DLC.
You mean day one edition?
Just if you buy the game new in general, you get the pass for the DLC. But if you buy it used, the pass might already be used up. But it doesn't limit you on anything other than the DLC.
That is a day one edition.
That's it. There's a difference between day one edition and other stuff. Day one edition is just, oh, you got this right off the bat. And it doesn't have anything really special with it except for maybe a soundtrack.
I bought a day one edition of Sunset Radio 4 years after it was released.
Okay. But yeah, pretty much what I'm saying is that most day one editions, yeah, they do have something with it. But I'm saying like just every new copy of the game that comes out, instead of just the day one edition. Like the one that comes out the day after day one, of course.
But let's just be
would have
honest,
to pass as long as it's new.
Let's just be honest, though. Considering that the DLC for Gundam Breaker 3 costed money, we know full well that that's what they're going to do again. So.
Yeah.
But not if they're trying to get into the American market.
Are you kidding? That's where they're going to do it the most.
They're going to be guaranteeing
Oh, yes. They'll be installing loot boxes. I forgot about the Gundam loot boxes.
Please don't give them any ideas.
Gundam D&D loot boxes.
But we know that they're
How
going
would
to
Gundam
implement
D&D
that.
work?
I mean, for crying out loud, we have all of the DLC suits for Gundam Versus, and how much does each suit cost per DLC?
Well, they were on sale about a month ago.
Yeah, but they cost $5 a piece.
They did cost $4.
That's $1 less. It doesn't make it hurt anymore. My wallet's still...
Well, for every 4 suits you buy, you can buy another suit for the same price as you wouldn't be able to buy before.
What?
I said it says it was $1 less. For every 4 suits you buy, you could buy another suit, which would have cost you the same as buying...
It doesn't matter.
More suits.
It's a stupid practice. It's an entire character that you're charging $5 for.
2 DLC suits. One's Buster Gundam.
I mean, if you're gonna charge us money for an entire character, I don't know, throw it in for $1 or $2, not $5.
I'd say make it a pack.
Yeah, packs would be better.
Make them packs. Like, have all the C suits be in a pack for about $7.
Yeah. That I could get behind.
I mean, you could do something similar to what Injustice did when they had their DLC characters. You want an entire pack with like 3 different new characters? You gotta spend $20 and you'll get.
And now I just remembered Injustice has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in it.
Turtles in a Half Shell. Turtle Power.
Dear God.
Now they're going to have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles facing off against Hellboy.
Yeah. Why?
Rabbit looks like he's excited.
Because it's so ridiculous. I love it.
It drives me insane, but it's like, okay, fine. You know what, Injustice 2? You want to do that to me? Fine. I demand that I get to play the Shadow. That's the next DLC character I want to see. I'm never going to see him, but God damn it, I want the Shadow. If you're going to keep on throwing random bullshit characters into a DC universe, give me the bloody Shadow. He's been in a team up with Batman this year, and Batman's been teaming up with the Turtles on top of that. Give me the Shadow, or you get no more money.
If they release that thing, Wolf, I want you to promise me something.
What?
If they announce the Shadow, I want you to take this clip out of the video and then put it in front of a video where they announce the Shadow.
We know it's never gonna freaking happen, but
how do you know?
Because it's NetherRealm. They probably don't even know who the Shadow is.
Wolf, I think you jinxed yourself.
If it happens, I will be surprised. If it doesn't happen,
I will remind you to take this part out of the video.
And the next Injustice character is Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight. Mario!
He has amiibo support to have a companion with a hello!
That's from Mighty Number 9.
He has a companion voiced by that guy from Game Grumps. Hello!
Link.
Well, he was in Soul Calibur.
Exactly.
Hmm?
Hihachi Mishima.
Nobunaga.
Okay, that was even more random.
Wait, Nobunaga or Nobunyaga?
Is one the blonde girl?
No, Nobunyaga is the cat.
That's, or how about Nobunaga, who's a female girl who's in a harem anime?
That one actually upsets me because they're. I don't
Team
like whenever
Four
they mess with
Star
real
voice
people's
acted
names.
in it.
Well, good. I'm glad they get to do that, but it still upsets me whenever people take historical figures and then just twist them purely so they can go ahead and say,
No, I love
hey,
it
we
because
got
the main
boobs in our
character might have
show.
been weird, but he was a history nut who knew everything about this time period, and he was going, "This is not right." What?
So basically, he would be Rabbit if he was in that anime. It's like
Like
what?
he ran into this, like, this is the wise tactician with the fan, one of the wisest advisors to Nobunaga. It's a little girl who's like 8. What?
I think I remember seeing that show.
And then there was like, this
This
is
one
supposed to be a
episode, I was
grizzled
like,
old
what the
man,
hell?
isn't it? Why does it look like it's a girl around my age? And why does her armor move when her breasts bounce? And Rabbit's dying because like he won't shut up about this show.
Yes. Stop killing my friend.
He's my friend too.
Well, you're not so much of a friend if you're killing him, are you? Rabbit. Rabbit.
Imagine puppies.
You've killed him. He's gone now. It's a blank screen.
No, it's not. It's just his chair. Oh no, he came back.
Oh, good.
I hope you brought some to share.
So I was just trying to think of what caused the creators to come up with this idea, and
Dang it,
I know what
can't
the idea came from. They just wanted to say, "Hey, we have boobs in our show." That's all it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much
And
it.
in doing so, they've disrespected historical figures, which is not cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, Pokemon? We want to talk about
Pokemon. Okay, let's get
Yes,
off this.
Pokemon.
Oh, boy.
Oh wait, no, you say that, and you're a fan of Fate Stay Night.
Hey, I still get upset whenever they gender bend a character that's normally supposed to be male. I still get upset about it.
Saber.
Yeah, I get upset about it because
Same.
it's disrespecting a person who is a historical figure.
Who technically didn't exist.
Well, that version of Saber, yeah, that one, since they technically didn't exist or might not have existed, and we don't know any logical, we don't have any solid evidence, I can excuse that. There's no solid evidence saying which way or the other. But whenever it's actually got solid evidence behind
999
it,
made me mad.
Mm.
They had
Okay.
the wrong boat.
Mm.
That boat didn't exist, but they try to tie it into the existence.
Well, they want you to ship it.
What ship were they? In 999? What boat were they on?
I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
The
You got me.
Gigantic.
Hmm.
The
I don't
Gigantic
know.
was the previous name of the Britannica before it was shipped because Britannica changed its name after Titanic sunk. They didn't want to link it. But the thing is, Britannica also sunk.
Yeah, it did.
So the ship they should have used was the Olympic, which is probably what they were trying to use, but they got the wrong stinking name to the stinking ship.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This does not sound like a Pokemon conversation.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Back to Pokemon. What do you think about the 2018 Switch version of Pokemon? What's your impressions?
Okay.
Was there a trailer or something?
No, but they're saying it's going to be for the Switch, and they're saying they're stopping making mainline Pokemon games for 3DS. So
Well, yeah.
And pretty much, well, I hope there will be. I hope the Shadow type will make a return, but I want them to do the game sort of in the same vein as what the standard Pokemon games have been so far. Is just so everyone says, okay, this is still familiar territory. Bring in the Shadow type. Make it its own unique type now. Don't make it to where it's a thing that has to be cured or something like that anymore.
Shadow Lugia, I miss you so.
But if they want to keep, with now that they're going to have more processing and RAM power to work with, I want them to have it sort of like how Digimon World does its thing, where a battle happens and it's in that area. You actually see them units moving around, but maybe don't have them attack on their own. You still have to put in button commands, but show them moving around. That way, the scene is more action filled, and you actually feel like a battle's really going on. Instead of just two Pokemon there staring at each other, going, "I'll come to you when my order says to."
Yeah, make it look a little bit.
I know he's taking a bathroom break, but I'll come there soon.
Maybe a little bit closer to how the Pokemon.
Yeah, like how the Pokemon show was. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah, a little bit more like that, where the Pokemon are moving around a bit more.
Is it me, or does anyone else miss the fact of the old show where people didn't glow to use special attacks?
What?
Remember when Ember was just Charmander spinning around in a circle?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Now
We've
it's
gotten way
glowy
more-
lights that come out of his mouth that don't look like fire.
Yeah, it's become far more flashy.
Like whenever someone uses like a special attack that involves a part of their body, it glows. And also, Oki, you stop talking.
I'm sorry here.
He's here.
He was just biding his time so he could strike when the iron is hot.
Okay, so you think it's going to be Generation 8, or do you think it's going to be a side story?
Generation 8.
All right.
It'll be
Gen
a new
8.
generation.
It's Gen 8. Why would it be Gen 8?
Why
what
wouldn't it
region would
be?
you like it to be based on, and how many Pokemon would you like to be introduced?
As few as possible.
Yeah, agreed. As few as possible, because we've already got enough. And what
I want a
to
lot
focus on-
more.
What? Well, fair enough. But
So you want more Pokemon that are like literal trash
I'm
bags?
gotta be running out of ideas at this point.
But you know what I think they should do more of? Alolan forms.
okay, yeah, that I could see. I'd like to see more deviation type forms as well. That I could get
Because-
behind.
They wasted something last generation, which I think was
How about-
horrible.
What's that?
How about,
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Oh,
how about
sorry.
they go to Digimon route and make armored forms?
I still think that was underutilized and dropped way too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
agreed.
could have easily had Vmon, like triple armor Digimon, who's like this golden Omnimon kind of thing.
Yep. That's true. But then Pokemon would then be ripping off Digimon.
Mega Evolution.
They did that too. Stop ripping
No.
off a Digimon.
Oh, anyway, like I was saying, apparently Mega Evolution will not be returning in the next generation by rumors, but Z moves will continue to show up.
But I like the Mega Evolution way more
I
than
think they're. Yeah, I think they'll probably keep the Mega Evolutions just because that's source.
So they're keeping the ones they have. They're just not adding any more.
Oh, okay.
I want
that I can-
more, damn it.
But yeah, Alolan forms was a nice aspect idea because I like the fact that they are having old Digimon kind of taking new traits.
Digimon, old Digimon.
Yes, old Pokemon.
Monster friends to
But
the
the
boys
thing
and
is,
girls.
In Alola, they introduced a new stone, and they didn't have any old Pokemon Digivolve from it. The Ice Stone.
Why did they have it to be an easier way to get Glaceon then?
They didn't do that either.
Then why even
would've
put
made
it in the
sense.
game? Does it
The
do
Evolve,
anything?
Ninetales, and Sandshrew.
Oh. Wait, Sandshrew naturally evolves to
Alolan
Alolan.
Sandshrew has to evolve with a stone to Sandslash.
Why? Makes no sense to do that. It's old
Because
form.
they want.
Because they need someone else besides Ninetales to use the stone.
And choosing Eevee just makes too much sense.
But
Yes.
they didn't decide, oh, you know what might be good? Let's take one of our old Pokemon and see what happens. Let's see what happens when a Snorunt has an Ice Stone put on. Turns to a much more icy and hard kind of Pokemon, more than Glacier.
Ooh, I just saw something that would have been cool. If they had Charmander or Charmeleon have an alternate form if they used a Ice Stone on it, where it's now a sort of a frost flame, one of those flames that's so hot it feels icy.
But yeah, you remember the concept of Delta Pokemon in the card games? That
A
would
little bit.
have been a nice thing.
Not really.
No, I meant like the alternate forms, like Alolan forms, but like the Delta thing kind of taking, like using the Delta forms as examples. There was an electric Charmander, I remember.
Oh.
So an electric Charmander line.
I guess that would be interesting.
Have we had a fire electric type?
Maybe?
Potentially,
No,
considering how
we
many
have
Pokemon.
not.
Considering how many Pokemon variations there
Well,
are,
Technically, Marshadow was the first fighting ghost type.
hmm. There's
Yeah,
a
I thought I
lot
heard
of.
Gshadow trying to say something real quick, though.
Oh,
Speak.
Oh, I got nothing.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
got
as big
nothing?
on. I'm not as big on Pokemon as some of the other people here.
Oh.
Sorry.
Quite honestly, I haven't even really played the new Pokemon games, Sun and Moon.
Blasphemy.
Not even the new one.
yeah, skip Sun
Not-
Moon, go straight to Sun Moon Ultra.
Yeah, I probably will.
I still think we
fun.
should have got Eclipse instead.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting for Z.
The game that will never be.
I mean, to be honest, I was sort of worried when I heard that Sun Moon Ultra was coming out after Sun Moon came out not too long ago. I was thinking, oh, great. Is Pokemon not only doing the thing they've always done now, but now they're also saying,
Sadly,
oh, but now we're making G variants of it. So like what Monster Hunter does with their G variants. Because
I'm missing my. I missed getting Dusk Lunar Rock.
Hmm.
I didn't get it. It was stupid anyway.
in the
Not
end,
like I
just
got Victini or anything. I did get that though.
yeah, in the end, when it comes to Pokemon, for my opinion, on the one for the Switch, the engine to where it seems more engaging. That's all I gotta say. It needs to feel more engaging and more lived in, because they have more processing power, they have more RAM, they have more to work with to the max. Proof that the franchise
right.
is not going completely stale.
Absolutely. All combat should look like Pokken Tournament.
I could get behind that.
I like that, I guess.
Technically, only one Mega Evolution was added to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Ash's Greninja. Through a demo where you had to specially download it.
Well,
I don't know.
I think he's twitching.
oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know. I wasn't noticing.
Yeah,
I was just. I'm scouring Twitter for fun.
yeah, sorry about that. It's getting later in the night. My Caesar medication's wearing off, so
Oh boy.
yeah. Don't worry. They only last for a couple seconds at most. So
Well, then there's like the Kirby game coming out. Then there's the. I'm looking up games coming out now.
Fire Emblem Switch.
Yes, Fire Emblem Switch. I am eager and excited to see what they roll out for that.
And all 20 amiibos that come with it.
Hey, let's talk about what about that Valkyria Chronicles 4 though.
Ooh, yeah,
that's coming too.
I played the first game.
was
and
it?
it was awesome.
Valkyria Chronicles 4 is coming out.
Oh, yeah. No one saw that coming. Hopefully, they don't have walkers and giant robots and call them tanks.
Well, I don't know. Whenever
hopefully
you put
the soldiers and-
I'm very curious where they're going to go from here, though.
yeah.
Hopefully, everyone dresses in sensible armor.
So, tube tops and mini skirts. Got it.
No. I mean, in Valkyrie Chronicles Revolution, was Revolution or Revelation?
Probably Revolution, if I had to guess.
Well, anyway, that one, everyone dressed. And I say everyone dressed. There was this woman, all of them seemed to have the armor, the right wear for combat, the uniform. They all wore it in different ways. One woman had her jacket wrapped around her waist, and she was wearing a tank top. And I'm going, that's protective gear. Then I look over to this one girl. What are you wearing under that? Under her jacket, she was wearing pajamas. I'm going, what?
Why?
Oh, God.
Well, Sega learned their lesson the hard way. No, pretty much very few people actually bought that game.
I did, and the beginning sucked because the game started by telling you, oh, all these characters died. Now here's their story.
Well, that's a great
They were
way.
all executed. Now to tell you how they got there.
They weren't wearing their equipment properly. Always tied to waists.
Yeah.
It's like they disobeyed regulation and got not only court-martialed but executed.
Oh, you like that girl from the? You like that girl who was the gray-haired woman from the first game? Well, here's her kind of similar-looking person in red.
So recycled design.
Oh, she also has a scythe this time. And her sister is the princess of your country who is in combat with you, wearing bright white and yellow in a princess gown with a rapier fighting alongside you.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to be...
I think, Ruby, get rid of the battle skirt. This is war.
Oh, my gosh.
Gotta have that fan service, though.
Yeah.
There was no fan service. Not there. Just idiocy.
How dare they forget the biggest part of an anime game?
I mean, if she was going to be in combat and the princess, she should dress as much like a normal soldier as possible.
Yeah.
Not, hey, shoot me, I'm important. She was like, hey, shoot me. I'm just like, what are you doing, sir? Oh, I'm painting a target on your back. Oh, thank you.
That's fair.
Oh, and here's your complimentary.
What do you mean? Oh, sorry, I meant Target.
And here's your, oh, shoot me, I'm the enemy and most important person on the field sign. Oh, thank you, I need this. Yes.
Yes, you do. To die in like 5 seconds.
Does she die through the game? No, she lives through the whole game.
Wow.
How?
Because
I guess
she is apparently, she once says, I should be dead by now. Why aren't I? You're just that good, madame.
No, you had 5,000.
No, I'm not. No, I'm really not.
Thank goodness that Valkyria Chronicles 4 is a step.
And she's the one who goes all blue hair in the game.
Hey, let's ignore the bad game and keep in mind that Valkyria Chronicles 4 is back to the original.
We still don't have 3.
This is true.
There is an English patch for it though, and the DLC.
Yeah, I would like an official release of 2 and 3 that are remastered. That would be nice.
Yeah. Technically, you can still play 2. 2's on the PSP.
I know.
But I want
a remastered version. Thank you very much.
I heard Gshadow mention the Vita.
Yeah, because Vita has backward compatibility.
Don't say that. The Vita's a nice little console.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a nice console.
Yeah, in Japan.
Yeah, it's a nice console that nobody buys.
But I have one.
But that's because you buy everything.
One second, I have to go touch my Xbox One and feel bad for it.
Oh my!
I'm pretty sure it feels very.
PS4, don't worry, I'll touch you too, PS4, but I love you more.
So someone's playing a little bit Hyperdimension Neptunia right there.
Don't say that word. Nep nep.
I'm pretty sure.
Call them. Nep nep. They hear you. They're coming. No.
I'm pretty sure your Xbox One is very lonely due to the fact that it doesn't have very many titles to go with it.
Stop talking to me. Aren't real.
This is the more crazier part of the stream where everybody loses their mind because it's late.
Except for me.
You know why?
Except for Gshadow, because
straight table up.
I've been wanting to let's play those games for a while, but
no one joined me on the singing.
I didn't know the
song.
I'm alone.
I do know that song. That's the song Albuquerque
Rabbit,
from Weird Al.
Be careful. If you say you're alone, you'll hear a nep nep.
What was that?
I am never alone. I have like 3 different voices in my head talking to me right now.
Do you hear that?
Don't worry, this show is now the Nep Nep Sensei show.
Die.
Oh, wow.
What the hell? What the hell has happened? You got off the rails pretty well, huh?
What would have happened if Sega actually made the Sega Neptune?
It would have been pointless because they already had a 32X.
Yeah, and be very awkward to have the Genesis, the Sega CD, the Sega CD, the Sega 32X all stacking on top of each other in the Tunia
It's on life
series, you know.
support.
I thought like the Neptune was the console after the Dreamcast, wasn't it? Or at least it was supposed to be.
That was
No.
supposed to be before the Saturn.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was?
it's going to be before the Saturn, yeah.
Then Saturn came out, then Dreamcast, and then Sega just went, you know what? Fuck consoles, just go. Let's just be third party.
I'm pretty sure like the bad guy in one of those games was once the Atari.
I think so, yeah. I haven't played it, but I've watched it.
And then there was this ninja who had it was a robot ninja who had problems with sexualized females. Or his RAM overloaded.
Oh my.
There was something bad happening. I am your enemy, but first we must save the world. Come with me and help me. But you're the bad guy. I'll carry you all on my back. Hwah! I liked him.
Mm.
And there was a random guard 42.
Mm.
Wow, I showed up like 3 times, and I actually have a speaking role this time. Maybe the next game will actually be a real character. He was the final boss of the next game.
Yep.
I told you I'd be a major character.
It's always fun whenever the game developers remember, make the game a game first and have fun with it.
Wait, why are you the final boss? You fired me.
Nice.
Nip, nip.
It's sort of like what happened with Shantae and Octobaron. Started off as a mini boss, then became a normal boss, then became a boss near the end, and then we don't know what's going to happen with him next. But he's on t-shirts and everything, so. I'm probably the only one here who's played Shantae, aren't I?
I have them all.
I've never played them, but
I bought them, but
I've seen them.
I have yet to play them either.
I have the eShop version on my 3DS, and I have the other versions on Steam, except for Half Genie Hero.
Gotcha. I will say this now. Half Genie Hero is the best one to start out with. Then go.
I would say. I heard Johnny say Pirate's Curse.
Oh, Pirate's Curse is the best one. Pirate's Curse is the best one, but Half Genie Hero is the best one to start out with because it gets you into the mechanics where they're a lot more smooth and fluid.
I just keep remembering the fact that the pirate, who's her name again?
Risky Boots.
Risky Boots is wearing a face as her clothes.
Yes. You hear that, Kill la Kill? Shantae did it first.
Oh my god, you're right.
they beat you to it.
At least hers doesn't talk.
That we know of.
That is still the stupidest thing I ever seen.
I think we're all losing our freaking minds.
I think we might just be running out of things to talk about.
No, we're not. We can totally talk about hundreds of things. You just gotta give me a second to talk about hundreds of things.
No! I refuse your offer. I deny it vehemently.
My offer? No.
Without
my offer, I wouldn't have anything to talk about.
We've been streaming for 2 hours, damn it.
Can you rip See Destiny a new one again?
What?
Can you rip See Destiny a new one again?
Yes, See Destiny sucks, but only because there are problems in the back in the behind the scenes area. We went over this yesterday.
Yep.
Dang you, See Destiny.
Fucking piece of shit. Fucking.
And the fact that they couldn't think of anything, but they pulled a Gundam out of the trash can.
Yeah.
Shitty ass anime, kiss my ass, freaking
Nuclear reaction explosions do not have survivors.
This is a very true fact. They do not.
Especially when it's 5 feet away from you. Kira Yamato is dead.
And so is Shin.
Maybe that's why the rest of the series. Maybe that's why the rest of that saga right there, after that point in See Destiny, maybe that's why it all gets so much more weird and bizarre at that point and so messed up. Everyone's dead.
Well, I mean,
except for
everybody loves the. I mean, think about the excuse that Sunrise gave for the reason why why Kira survived and the Freedom didn't entirely explode. Because he pressed the N-Jammer canceller on the suit. That's your excuse?
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
In the end, we just got to go with we know what was going on with the rider and the massive crunch time plus the brain tumor and stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
So it's all behind the scenes stuff mixed in with a crunch time that just screwed over something that had potential. There was potential there, but
I mean,
behind the scenes
Shin studied his opponent. He figured out how to kill Kira.
Yeah,
My one question is,
Even though he should have severely outmaneuvered, Kira should still be able to outmaneuver Shin by at least 10 times because the Freedom was a twice as much better suit than the Impulse.
Yeah.
At least a 4 times better suit.
Freedom
Ability-wise, speed, even if he was dodging his attacks, Kira should have been at least a competent enough pilot to realize he was figuring him out and change his strategy accordingly.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing, though. Freedom never aims at the cockpit. And then during that fight, Freedom actually aims at the cockpit.
Kira's a pacifist. He doesn't try and kill anybody.
Stab everything.
Well, that's sort of just as bad as saying that Hero. That's also as bad as saying Hero Yoi never killed anyone. I'm going, did you watch the show?
I'm a pacifist. I don't kill anyone.
But Hero's not a pacifist.
I'm just imagining Kira holding someone by the neck, going, I don't kill anyone. Snap.
Yeah.
I'm a pacifist.
He gets
even
about that guy?
Take it away.
He gets Hein killed. He gets Stella. He kills Stella himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
not
to mention, it's like the Freedom is a strong, like Trip said, the Freedom is a much stronger suit. It has far more weapons and options than the Impulse, and Kira doesn't even bother using them
because
Kira has a lot more combat experience than Shin does.
It's the worst game of keep away ever.
And then
send me the sword unit. You're going to switch out now? No, I'm just going to take the sword off and stab Kira with it as very telegraphed and very easy to read movements.
Which recycles animation from Seed, by the way.
Yep, it's true.
Again, this is
detriments.
This is why I say ignore Seed Destiny. It doesn't exist. Basic Seed did its job okay, and Seed Astray did great.
You mean the fact that Seed's just a remake of Gundam?
Yeah, because it did its job right. It did its job right. It did what it set out to do.
I wouldn't say it's a full-on remake because
it's a remake.
It's a type of
areas.
Yeah, it does vary. It does vary.
It follows the source code.
It's just
source code, but
boy in colony finds giant robot, gets on white ship that is supposed to be civilian Trojan horse-like.
Well, here's the thing: halfway through,
travels to Earth, gets stuck on Moon because Moon is prick.
Trip. Let Gshadow finish his thought.
Sorry.
But even then, during the second half, it pretty much becomes its own thing. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but at least during that part where it is becoming its own thing, it still at least does a decent job of storytelling in the original Seed. Whereas Seed Destiny, the writing's just a jumbled mess.
It's just like, oh, we're gonna have Shin as main character for like majority of the series, and they're just gonna give us Kira for no reason.
I still think what they meant to do was to have Seed Destiny be a whole thing that only followed Shin and had Kira appear for a little bit the way Amuro did in Zeta, and then make another thing which was still going to be the Shar's counterattack and have Kira be the main character of that. You know, that's what I think they were going to do, and they just squeezed it all together.
Because Shin sucked.
No, it's not because Shin sucked, though he does suck. But the reason why it happened is, like we mentioned before, the background stuff that was going on. Yeah. During production, the lack of a script and whatnot, and the fact that Kira and Lacus were still, quote unquote, the most popular Gundam characters in Japan, is the reason why they brought them back.
Because Japan has no idea what its taste is.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes background stuff can greatly affect things for the better, and sometimes they can affect things horribly.
Yeah.
Example:
like how Kagawa's Seiyu just gets benched when she calls him out or bullshit or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
it ruined my favorite characters, which are Kigali and Atherin.
Yeah,
and Moo.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Do not get me started on Moo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Seed movies are bad. Seed Destiny are bad.
Shit, Shark Clone. What a terrible.
Ah, crap.
Yeah,
no. Moo is worse than a cheap Shark Clone.
Yeah, and it just sucks because he was originally supposed to be the Slugger, and then they went, oh, wait, we had our Shark Clone for this one, technically being... Atherin was technically the Shark Clone. He was in the red mobile suit. and they had it to where he's not a bad guy. They changed that at the end.
Technically, they had like in the original Seed, they had 3 Char clones.
Yeah,
they have Mu, they have Atherin, and they have Raul the Crusade.
Well, in the original Seed, Mu was not a Char clone. He was essentially a Slugger clone.
He didn't end up that way. A lot of people kind of look at him more along the lines of Quattro. So in a sense, he's still technically Char. I could see. I could see what you're trying to say, considering that all he pilots is like mobile armors and things that look like ships, or like little flight ships and whatnot. I could see why he would basically end up being the Slager clone.
Yeah,
but at the same time, the way that he's the mentor and whatnot, that kind of points him more towards Quattro.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, but yeah.
Maybe it's a healthy
in the end,
too.
In the end, though, all you gotta say is ignore the movies, ignore Seed Destiny. The others are fine.
You know,
if you're okay with whining and crying main characters that are still pacifists,
and like SpongeBob SquarePants.
We haven't. Have we all overlooked the real hero of Gundam?
What's that?
Noah Bright. How many whiny kids has he had to deal with piloting giant robots?
Too many.
Yeah.
Eventually, I was hoping that in Unicorn he was like, "I'm getting too old for this shit."
I think he did say that.
Pretty much.
Why did he just... Okay, he get out of the robot. I'm piloting it. I'm killing this guy. I did it. We're done. We're fine. Let's go home.
No, he waxed nostalgic. It's like, I miss Amuro. That's what he did in Unicorn.
He just remembers slapping
I wish you were here.
Yeah, miss Amuro. Remembers, closes his eyes. He sees himself running into Amuro's room. Smack! The good old days.
Back in the days when it was okay to slap children.
Yeah. Oh, and as to your comment, Wolf, about whiny characters, again, Destiny, oh god, yes. Is he whiny at the beginning of Seed? Yes, but he at least grows in Seed, and then they revert him back to a child in Seed Destiny for some reason.
That's one of
my biggest. That's one of my biggest problems with Batman: The Animated Series Season 4.
Huh?
Harley Quinn. So much growth through the first in Season 3.
Yeah.
But reverts her back to just Joker's hench girl in Season 4. It's so
well. Keep in mind that she's in an abusive relationship and she has what's that word? Stockholm syndrome. She misses being abused. I guess. Oddly enough, but that aside, Kira is still a pretty bad character, even in Gundam Seed.
Oh, I have to mention, I have not seen Iron Blood Orphans yet.
Well, then go do that. I still need to watch Season 2 of Iron Blooded Orphans as well. So
I still need to watch it all.
What?
I haven't seen a single episode.
Yeah, I've at least seen all one. But like I was saying, Kira is still whiny. Even nearing the end of the series, he's still crying and being the typical pacifist idiot. And that's the biggest problem with him, is the fact that he's the pacifist. You're trying to make pacifist characters, but it's like, you're not doing it right. He's an idiot.
Yeah, fighting blows up everything.
Yeah, he decides not to.
I won't deny that.
There's a character who, like, he refuses to hit girls, but then, like, he's put in a situation where he has to hit girls or he dies. There's only so far he can go with the whole keeping to his guns thing before he goes, screw this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will never deny that there are flaws with Seed or Kira. There are flaws, major flaws.
You have to accept what you do, and you got to accept what's happened. Like,
yeah. You
say,
can't
you can't just keep calling yourself
escape and then expect them not to come back to kill you.
You can't just say, like, oh, I'm a pacifist. You're going to kill enough people. You're no longer a pacifist. You pilot the giant death machine enough.
Look at Loran Sahak, though.
Yep. That's a good point. That's a good example.
Loran's like, stop this shit, or I will open fire.
Yeah.
It's like
I done right, because he knows they're in a war. He has no choice but to fight. He's a smart dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kira isn't. Kira's not smart at all.
He's too idealistic. He thinks that if he lets them go, that they won't come back to kill him.
I'm Mr. Sunshine in Rainbows.
Yep, pretty much. He's like, oh, if I let them live, it'll teach them not to fight anymore. Yeah, or they'll just.
Oh, that idiot didn't kill me. Let's get back in the. Let's just take a look at Gundam Thunderbolts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's this.
I think that's a very good example of why Kira is really wrong.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not wrong.
I think that Lauren is the only pacifist fighter that we've seen so far in Gundam that at least works. I guess there could be a few others. Like
technically, I'd say any child fighter would start as a pacifist because they're a kid and then turn into a soldier.
Yeah. Even Amuro had his moments of pacifism.
Yeah, Amuro. That's why Kira originally was so whiny, because he was based on Amuro.
Mm-hmm. Who was a whiny sack of crap.
Yeah, but
Amuro whined, and then he was smacked.
You took the problem is that they took the worst elements of Amuro's character.
They did. No growth.
Everybody in Seed could pretty much be a clone of Amuro, though, because they're all whiny in some aspect.
Yeah. Even after.
I think we can all agree on one thing.
The only person I think that I never saw
needed to die.
What?
Flay Alistair is the one character in that show who needed to die.
Yeah, I think
he was actually one of the more interesting characters in the show, I find, because of how much of a bitch she was.
Yeah, she was more interesting, but she was and I hate people like that. I've had a girlfriend who was like that to me.
Which one was that again?
I think that the only character throughout, I think I can only think of two characters through the entire show that never cry or whine.
Lacus.
And what? No, Lacus cries.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I was thinking more or less Raul Crusade, because he doesn't give a shit, because he's a douchebag.
Well, there's a difference between crying and whining for no reason because you're a whiny butt, and crying for a very good reason.
Well, he's neither crying, he neither cries nor whines, because he's a douchebag, and he's there to basically piss everybody off.
He's just over the top evil. That's what it is.
He is evil.
And
like there's
awesome.
Char bad, and then there's
over the top.
Like Char would look at this guy going, "Tune it down a bit."
And what's that one guy? The guy. Oh, what's his name?
Didn't you want to drop an asteroid on the Earth? Yeah, but you gotta turn it down a bit.
I think the other guy that I was thinking was what? Wolfeld?
Yeah.
The guy who piloted the wolf-looking things?
That dude. That dude was nice. He showed up in season.
Cool.
He helps pilot the giant thing Lacus drives.
Yeah.
One problem, though. He survived. He shouldn't have.
I don't think they explained it either.
I think they gave a very flimsy excuse.
Did his girlfriend survive?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, sorry. He got a new one. That's right.
She died. But I think that was the flimsy excuse they gave for him surviving. Basically, she was a meat shield. I mean, at least he didn't. At least
that's a prick thing to do.
She was right in front of him. She was right in front of him when he died. She was staring directly at his face. But at least he didn't get out. At least it wasn't like when Kira, quote unquote, got exploded on.
Twice.
Three times, actually.
Yeah.
3 times? What was the third one?
Sea Destiny.
We don't count that show. That show does not exist. I'm sorry. It does not exist. I don't like that.
He exploded twice in the original show. I only know the one.
In the original show, he gets blown up by Atheron's mech.
That's what I know.
And there's a finale where he gets shot by a freaking laser.
Oh.
Yeah.
True, but
isn't that where the freaking just gets like half destroyed?
Yeah, it's just the leg, one arm.
His body
the head got destroyed.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's only one way to explain it. Plot armor.
Plot armor. The same thing that protects Mr. Gowrie.
I don't think I know of any main character who has survived more in Gundam.
Gowrie.
Unless he was...
That's right.
And I don't count Domon because Domon is supposed to.
Yeah.
Domon is over the top Dragon Ball parody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of G Gundam, that show, everyone is a hyper stereotype of their country's people, except for Neo Sweden. Think about it. They're the only one that's the polar opposite of their stereotype.
Wasn't that the Nobel Gundam?
Yes. Normally, the Swedish people are seen as being nice and calm to everyone. Berserker mode.
Actually, that's actually very accurate.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm not kidding.
At least Wolfeld at least
Have you
lost
ever
an
watched
eye and an arm.
Natalia?
No.
Was it Natalia Sweden? Let me take a look at this really fast. I gotta check this up now.
I think though that we're probably going to end the stream here.
Wait, I gotta finish this up first.
No, I want to end it.
We're going on for about 2 hours.
Yeah, stop trying to take
All
control of
right,
my
I
show.
was wrong. I was wrong. Okay, we're good.
We're good?
Stop trying to take over my show.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, we already took over your show, Wolf. You just haven't realized it yet.
Yeah, well, I'm taking it back.
Rabbit, get the gas.
One of us. One of us.
Shut
One of us.
Shut up. We've lost viewership.
Have you ever
crazy
seen
cult
the hair? The hair on Stupid George.
You're all crazy cult members, I tell you.
Look what you've done, Shadow. Look what you did.
Also, the American of G Gundam, where the grizzly man doesn't die. He just goes home because he's blind now.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to end.
I mean,
the
they
stream
killed his
now.
wife, but
Yes.
not him.
End it.
Trip.
Wait,
Trip.
wasn't that a thing?
Stop talking. Stop.
Bye, everybody.
I was going to let everybody plug their channels first before that.
Yeah.
At the very least.
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Okay.
Hi guys, it's Gshadow 007. You may know me as the guy who does the gun reviews and bitch about C Destiny a lot. You can find my channel in the description.
Yes.
I do all kinds of fun stuff. You should go check it out. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Not me.
Not you.
Hi,
go
I'm the
last.
Tripmon. Hi, I'm the Tripmon. It's nice to meet all of you. If you like watching someone play video games, a lot of them are not Gundam, come check out my channel. We have a grand old time over there.
Good. That's all he gets. Now
Hey.
he must be muted.
No.
He must be silenced now.
Ugh.
Okay, Rabbit,
All
it's
right.
your turn.
Hi, I'm Rabbit Sense of Gaming, and I like to do Let's Plays reviews and all that fun stuff, but I mostly do Let's Plays. I stream sometimes on Twitch, yada yada. But yeah, I just play games, have fun with it, try to keep things interactive with people in various different ways. But yeah, it's just all about having fun down there.
Okay. Good. Now that that's out of the way, I can end the stream.
Bye, everybody.
Yes, thank you all who joined me, or everybody who joined, and all that good stuff, and everybody who left because everything went too crazy in
It was a
Haywire.
pleasure, everybody.
Take me home, country roads, to a place I
Bye!
belong.